All right, fifth try might be the charm, Kareem.
Fifth try.
This is our fifth time of doing this podcast.
Okay.
Well, all of which have occurred within like the past 5 minutes because I couldn't get the audio levels working correctly, but now I feel like it probably is.
You need Catfish here too.
Yeah? You wish he was here?
I wish Catfish was here, sitting right next to me. I'd be like,
I need a beer. I need a beer just to be around you.
Give me one too. I'm almost out.
Does this mean that this is try 6? All right. Now we got beers, and now we only wasted 30 seconds getting beers there, so I think we're all right. All right. So first off, what are you doing out here? Why the fuck are you in LA?
What am I doing in LA? Let's see. So it all started about a month ago. 2-3 weeks ago. Went on an S&M trip. S&M picked me up. I was hanging out in Sacramento for a little bit. And then S&M picked me up on the side of the road out of the dark. I was just like, yo, let's go. And then we went from Oregon, Seattle, Canada.
What, they just discovered you on the side of the road?
Yeah. I sent them my coordinates and my location, and they were like, all right, boom. And I was just like walking up on the side of the street, and it was mad dark. I just came out of the darkness, and
yeah,
I was there. And they picked me up, went out, did all that shit. Then the trip was over, and I was like, well, hang out in Cali. And
so you went and stayed with Mastroni and Alex Platt?
Stayed with Mastroni and Alex Platt. Shout out to Mastroni and Alex Platt.
Yeah.
Fuck Mastroni.
Uh-huh.
Now I love Mastroni.
Hey, dude, it sucks that was probably your first time staying there without the dog.
Yeah, I haven't seen Gucci. RP Gucci. That kind of sucked. I walked in and it was just like, oh, yeah. I was there like 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? We all fucking had that. You had the house.
Yeah, the original OS house. It was probably OSS house was probably 3 years ago. Yeah.
3 years ago. I haven't seen anyone in 3 years, and that shit was like, I miss the homies. I miss all y'all. But you know, like I be out there in Texas, just like doing me.
Yeah, what have you been doing lately? Before we go back deep and figure out what where you come from, I'm just trying to figure out what you've been doing lately. Just hanging out in Dallas and shit?
I actually was hanging out in Denton. You know where Denton is?
No.
College
Denton?
Town. Yeah, Denton, Texas.
Okay.
Denton, Texas.
Denton.
I've been hanging out in Denton, living in a 4-bedroom house. It was sick as fuck. Shout out David, shout out Amber, shout out Jen, shout out Dallas.
And who are these people that you were living with?
David is my homeboy. He's / producer, really like one of my best friends. Amber is a girl I went to high school with, one of my best friends. Even though she could be she could be a dickhead. I fucking hate her sometimes. I have to move out. I say, Amber, I love you, but I cannot live with you. I love you, but I can't live with you. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Feels so good to let it go.
I like it. He's keeping it real already because the people at home don't know that Kareem, before this started, he goes, hey, one thing, we can't talk about cocaine. And I was like, Kareem, if you're going to forbid me to ask you about drug stuff, then it's going to paint a deeply inaccurate portrait of what your life has been up to this point.
You would get to know the real Kareem.
You want to fool the people?
I want the sponsors, nigga.
All right, let's talk about where you grew up, though. This is what I want to know. The area. What kind of area did you grow up in?
I grew up in Richardson on Mayhem Road and Spring Valley.
And this is in Dallas?
This is in Richardson, right next door to Dallas.
Okay.
It's basically the dividing line is like you go across the street, you're in Dallas. You go to my side of the street, you're in Richardson.
That's where you grew up?
Yeah, I grew up in Richardson, fucking Mayhem Street. They tore down my apartments to build an elementary school because there's too many goddamn kids and shit over there, like a bunch of Mexicos and shit.
Mexicos.
Yeah.
So this was just, you grew up in kind of a rough area? You see a lot of crazy stuff growing up?
I would say like kind of rough, but like since like, you know, we were young, like people didn't really fuck with us that much, but we still saw shit where it was like, you could see someone, you know, getting their ass beat, but like whatever. Or you see someone running down the street, fucking chasing someone with a knife, and it's just like, well, what are you gonna do? Just fucking watch it, right?
Any rappers come up out of your hood?
There's that rapper, Lil Twist or something from Dallas, but like, yeah,
Lil Twist?
Lil Twist is with Lil Wayne's clique. He's with the Young Gandhi clique.
That's the only rapper you can think of from Dallas?
I'm trying to think who's from Dallas. Oh, Post Malone, the dude Post Malone.
Post Malone's from there?
Post Malone's from Dallas. He's like Bingon's age.
I can't believe you just referenced Post Malone and Lil Twist.
I'm just thinking,
opposite ends of the spectrum.
I don't know how my brain works, nigga. I'm just out here fucking thinking.
Yeah. So when you hop off the porch, as they say?
Hop off the porch and I was 4 years old. No, I don't know. When did I hop off the porch? Start doing what? Shit. What kind of question is that? You didn't really like specify.
What is the technical definition of hopped off the porch? I think of it as like, when did you start doing man shit? Like even going out riding bikes. That's the moment in your life when you really are like, oh, I'm not going to kick it at home all the time anymore. I'm going to go and ride.
Ooh, let's see. That was second semester, 8th grade. I moved to Garland. We actually, you know how everyone grew up? Like, did you have your own like room or like a house or whatever? Like you growing up?
Yeah. You had your own room?
Yeah, like you had your own room and shit.
Ha.
Now he's facing blunts on podcasts.
So,
piece of shit.
I didn't have my own room like growing up until I was until we were in 8th grade. My mom, you know, we were on Section 8. You know, Section 8 is like low income housing, so we were on Section 8, and my mom got her first house in Garland, and I moved next door to my homie Isaac Friend, shout out to him, fuck his girlfriend. Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Wait, he fucked your ex-girlfriend?
No, I said fuck his girlfriend.
Oh, why?
She a bitch.
You just wanted to shout her out on. Do you still hang out with Isaac? I remember him.
I mean, I see when I go to Austin, I see him, but I've been in Denton, he's been in Austin, so
right.
I moved next door to him, and then I had long hair, and he thought I was like this ugly girl, and didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Can we tell that story? Like, really, quick detour. Let's tell the story about the time that you got asked to prom.
Oh no! Eighth grade dance. Eighth grade
dance. So this is when you hopped off the porch.
No, I just moved to Garland. I had like longer hair. It was like straight. I was rocking that shit. It was 8th grade. I had a pager with no battery in it and it didn't work, but it was tight to carry around.
Yeah.
So I'm in 8th grade and like I didn't really know anyone, and like mom, like this is like the first thing that happened was that little bitch you go and talk to when you like enroll in school and you like talk to your mom, and she's like. My mom's like, hey, he needs to go use the restroom, and she says...
You're talking about guidance counselor.
Like the guidance counselor. She's
and you called it this little bitch.
This little bitch, you see in the front of the school.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry I'm not politically correct. I'm sorry. Like,
no, it's just funny that you assume that everyone would know what you're talking about. You just said this little bitch
in front of the school. You know, like when you walk to the school, you see a little bitch, right?
We both were able to figure out you're talking about the guidance counselor.
Yeah. So
I'm just trying to help out for all like the suburban like 12-year-olds that are watching this that need to.
That's true. I am fucking retarded.
Well, don't think about them as you speak. Just I'll
so
help
we walk
translate.
in there, and my mom's like, oh, he needs to use the restroom. And she goes, yeah, the girls' restroom is down right there on the right. I'm like, am I that pretty and that ugly at the same time? What's up? Being pretty hurts. But so like later on, maybe like a couple days later, this dude's just like, oh my god, he was just like, he like looked at me, he's like, you want to go to the dance with me? And I was like, do you think I'm a girl? Do you really think I'm a girl? And like he like straight up like for real asked me. I'm like, luckily I never saw him again after 8th grade. It was oh my god.
My favorite thing about this story is the fact that not only did he think that you were a girl, but he thought you were attractive enough that he wanted to go to the dance.
I'm a pretty bitch.
He wanted to go to the dance with you.
My dick.
So wait, you had straightened hair at this time? Were you saying?
Yeah, I had braids and shit, so my hair was pretty long, and then like I just like kind of like my mom like combed it out and shit, and, like it was like mad straight.
So you were always the weird ass kid in the hood because you were always wearing tight pants and shit like that?
No. I mean, you should see the pictures. Oh, I wish I can bring up old photos of fucking me dressing with the homies. I was trying to dress like I got 3 older brothers. I got 3 brothers, 2 sisters, and I'm the baby. RP, my brother PJ. So I look up to them, like dressing and shit, talking and shit. So I looked up to them, so how they were dressing, like like in the '90s and shit. So
what was the style like when you were
baggy?
When you were a high school senior? What was your style of dress?
Oh, but high school senior, that was definitely I switched up the whole style.
Oh, that's when you had finally discovered that you wanted.
He found red pants,
baggy jeans, fucking red shirt.
What'd you say?
He found red pants.
Yeah, what happened?
I definitely found the red pants. But I was rocking like a red shirt, blue jeans, fucking some red shoes and shit.
But at what point did you start riding BMX? Like in terms
second
of
semester, 8th grade, when I moved to Garland, when all this shit started happening.
When people started mistaking you for a woman, yeah.
Yeah, so Isaac finally talked to me. No, you know what this nigga did to me?
What?
This nigga didn't talk to me on the real. Then I was like, yo, where's the bus stop at? And he was like, oh, it's that way. Nigga told me the wrong direction.
Really?
So my first day of school, we moved in for a week, and my mom's like, you ready to go to school? I was like, yeah, why not? Go to school. First day, missed the bus stop. Missed the bus because he told me the wrong direction.
Right.
My mom calls the school. They're like, oh, it's another bus. I'm like, all right, cool, it's another bus. And I'm not thinking they're sending like a normal ass bus. They sent me on the fucking special bus.
So you show up at school on the special bus?
First day
Your first day of school?
First day of school. And I'm pretty, there's some kids that had to be looking out the window before they board his fucking class doing some shit like this. And they see like a little black guy.
Oh, that's a death sentence in high school, yeah. Because kids will make fun of you for anything. Oh, even worse.
It's still just as bad.
They're going to make fun of you for anything in school, So like that probably was, did you get it like real bad?
I mean, like.
They thought you were a girl. They thought you were handicapped. What else?
I mean, like one homie took me in, another homie took me in. It was like the skate homie, I was automatically drawing a skateboard and shit was already looked tight, but
Yeah.
So the skate homie took me in, the other homie took me in, but I really kicked it with like the other homie who's just a little, another nigga, just let's run around the hood, do this, do that.
What was your school like? What percentage black, or what was the racial makeup?
Probably predominantly Mexican. I think white people were the minority. That's
really?
What they say, right? When there's like less of a group, like when
minority.
So the minority.
Yeah. So white people were the minority.
Define minority. All right. Okay.
I don't even know what that word means.
but mostly black and Mexican though. So you were running the school, but were you beefing with the Mexicans and shit too?
I mean, I kind of beef with the Mexicans and shit. And
or were you beefing with other black people?
I mean, anyone can get it, really.
yeah.
Fuck you, no matter race, nigga. Fuck you.
But were you getting in trouble in school like crazy and shit?
No, I was actually I was trying to be good at school because after my fucking brother died and shit, everything changed for me. Like,
So what year was that?
I was 9 years old and he was 17.
Oh, okay. So did that change everything for you?
I mean, like, yeah, you know, you hear gunshots and shit growing up, but like, you don't think that's gonna happen to someone you know, or if it does, you're like, fuck. Like, my brother died. Then he got shot in the back. Then like a month later, his homeboy got shot in the head. It's just like it was like he was our homie too. Like I'm 9 years old, trying to hang out with all the older kids. And those were the homies and shit.
Were they wrapped up in some shit? What were they up to?
I mean, my brother was 17. How much could he be doing 17? I was so young, I didn't really know.
Right.
Know?
So okay, so you didn't know about like gangbanging shit or whatever
I
was
knew
going
about
on?
gangbang shit. I mean, there's like home videos of me. I'm like 4 years old and like in the back of a car, like, what's up, blood? You know, like shit.
And you
like
were a little kid.
And
you didn't really know what it meant, or you?
No, I mean, I see him, rocking the red and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 4 years old. How much can I comprehend?
Right. But they were teaching you the hand signals and shit like that?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
It's
yeah.
a picture, like the picture of me and my brother. Like, I got my like hands like in my pocket, like a little fucking like white and red shirt and shit, and he's behind me. Like,
So wait, were your parents Bloods, or was this just?
my mom is straight edge.
Okay.
Straight up. She had her first kid when she was 18. She'd never had a drink, never smoked cigarettes. My dad, on the other hand, is completely opposite.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like my dad.
But does he identify as a Blood, or was this just something
No,
that
no.
happened because
I mean,
of
like,
your
my
friend,
whole-
your family and shit? Yeah.
My whole family, like cousins and shit, they're all Bloods and shit. Like and then all the older dudes, like say like your age and shit, or a little bit older, they like used to be, like
Right.
banging and shit, but they kind of like grew up, but they still like identify with that shit. Like, hey, what's up? Like, hey.
So that was just kind of saying you were a Blood was just sort of part of where you were from.
Yeah, that's where we were from, Blood area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the whole family just Bloods.
And so you started to get into BMX, and what the fuck did everybody think in your neighborhood? Because riding BMX was not normal at all then, probably, right?
Well, you see, we left Mayhem, we left apartments.
So you moved out of there at what age?
Let's see. Second semester, 8th grade, so I must have been like 13, 14.
Okay.
All that shit happened back in the day. Then I got shot at like one time. It was like kind of scary.
Really? What was that? You got shot at just standing on the street?
No, like my homies were fighting, and I just walked outside. It was like 9 o'clock at night, 4th of July. Walk outside. I just walked out that night, and my homies just got done fighting, and we're all just standing around. And he was like, niggas talking shit. That's why I beat your ass, nigga. Da da da. That's why I beat your ass, motherfucker. And then he just like goes to his car. I'm in the corner. I see that nigga. He just goes to his car, and he just starts shooting at everybody. And you know what? Everybody took off running.
And say whizzed by you like you're in the Matrix. Did you see it?
I mean, no, like
you just hear a bunch of noise.
He shot everyone's direction, but fucking, as soon as I heard the fucking first two shots, I'm like, no, nigga, fuck this. As soon as I saw him do this and didn't do that, I'm already fucking trying to hit the fucking fence and hop the fucking fence and shit and dip the fuck out. It's 4th of July though, so no one calls the cops. They think it's fucking fireworks. So after them niggas dip out and shit, we all like fucking come back up together like, yo, what the fuck? And,
Yeah.
Plotting and planning out, but that's that old shit.
Damn. So how did you get started riding again? I feel like I got distracted like a million times on the
Next
side.
door to Isaac. Then after he fucking found out I was a fucking dude, not an ugly girl. Yo, hold on, time out. Is Began about to face that whole blunt without passing it to me?
Okay. Yeah.
Pass it.
You were talking.
So nigga, I can talk and smoke. I can multitask, nigga. Oh man, twice and pass it back. Stingy ass.
Hit it.
Only twice?
You know how big what is this, a backwood? You know how big a backwood is? Began smoking.
It's a little
Look how much he
backwood.
passed it to me though.
You guys been
And
smoking
y'all
all day
think
though.
Began, I thought Began was my homeboy. We ride for the same people.
Usually I don't smoke all day when I'm going to do this, and I wonder if people can tell that I smoked
Do it
like
again.
5 hours ago, 4 hours ago, but I still
You know
feel
that'd be creep.
a little bit less on point than I am when I kind of go the whole day without it. There's a constant thing in my head. I'm also always like, should I drink caffeine? Should I drink alcohol? Should I smoke weed? Should I not smoke weed?
You're a fucking weirdo though, and you're like from New Hampshire, right?
True, but I overanalyze everything though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. You're like way too like I need to know and like logically understand every single thing.
Well, putting yourself on a podcast is kind of a weird thing to do in the first place. It's basically like you saying like, "Oh, here's me. Look at how important I am that I'm
Not
going to
how
interview all these
important you are,
people."
but it's what you got to say that might be fucking entertaining or educational.
Right, but there's obviously you're going to think about like what substances or lack thereof am I going to consume, given that like drinking coffee is a normal part of like the average person's day. But it's like, do you want to drink coffee right before? Because I know for me, I drink coffee, I'm on another planet. Right now, half a Tecate.
How it's got to.
Same planet.
Oh,
same planet, just slightly.
Oh, should I do that too? Should I like hide the fucking just like take a sip of it like
No, it doesn't matter. You can just
psych. Okay, hold on, real quick. The how did I start riding bikes?
Yeah.
Isaac finally fucking like hangs out with me, and I go next door.
Realized
to
you
his
were a
house.
man. Yeah.
He realizes I'm a fucking dude, and I go next door to his house, and we're watching TV, and we see Do Tour, and I see. I see Josh Harrington,
Okay.
Ryan Nyquist, and somebody else, and probably Mira.
Uh-huh.
And I see them niggas, and I'm like, Them niggas. I see them, and I'm like, damn, that shit looks fucking tight. Like because we started skateboarding. We were like skateboarding for like 6 months. I can like ollie a 5-stair and like do a fakie heel flip. And I was like, yo, this shit's tight. Let's get bikes. But like, I was mad broke and I couldn't really get a bike. So he had a bike and he had like a spare bike. So like we like ride around and like shit like that. But then my
Shitty
homies,
ass old bikes.
yeah, not even like a BMX bike though. It was probably like a. It was mad weird. I don't even know what it was. But the homie's dad came through later on. Ren, shout out to Ren's dad, which we didn't know at the time because we were young. But I guess he's like a meth head or something. But he fucking gave me like a dyno. He gave me a chrome dyno with a yellow mag front wheel, and was like, "Oh, yo, I found it in the field. Here you go." You're like, all right, tight, yeah. And like that's how I started riding. I had a fucking dyno.
But he was obviously lying. He obviously stole it.
Well, we didn't know as kids, but later on we fucking found out like he was like big meth head and shit.
So that's cool though. As a meth head, that he would just give you a bike.
It's
You'd think
cool. He
an
was,
average
like,
meth
down
head
with
would
it, you
want to
know,
like
like-
sell it to you.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool. It was tight. Like he gave me a bike, and I was like, hell yeah. So like,
So then, what was riding to you early on?
watching fucking like any kind of DVD we can. We bought all the DVDs. Are y'all dropping DVDs back in the day? Like what is it? What was it? 2002?
Yeah.
2002 till 2009, man, we bought all. We have a fucking stack of like BMX DVDs at the house. Like we all just fucking, and we stole DVDs from other BMXers. And we go to your house and like, yo, let's watch your shit and then take it because like we didn't have it.
You piece of shit. But so wait, where would you go ride? Was there a skate park? Were there trails? Did you ride street?
No, we were in Garland, so like there was Eisenberg's, but like I didn't know what a skate park was. I just
You didn't
got
go to the
ride bikes.
rollerblade park, you're saying?
No, I didn't go to rollerblade park.
Okay.
I mean, later on in life I did, but like we just rode the streets. Like I saw the like the detour shit and like ramps and shit, but you know we didn't have that. Then I don't know how I came across Edwin, but I came across Edwin and he was
So
riding
he became your
street.
favorite rider like real early on, right?
As soon as I saw him, favorite rider forever.
Okay.
Forever
Same,
and
yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean,
There's love at first sight.
he's like, oh, I'm not a legend. He's like so modest, but yeah. That
So
nigga-
you watched
he
his podcast Mad Times, right?
Not one mad times, but I watched it and like made sure no one talked to me or called me. Don't interrupt me. I'm gonna smoke a couple spliffs and fucking watch this shit. 'Cause it's so
Yeah.
goddamn long. It's an hour long. Do people really want to listen to us for an hour?
We did one the other day. We did No Jumper that was like 2.5 hours long.
I'm not
Was that
watching
really
that.
that long?
This is for the people who want to like, some people like this.
Yeah.
Some
You know?
people do. I'm here shooting.
Old people like you.
Old people like me. No, I mean I understand that like a lot of people probably would like it if it was shorter, but I like the long ones because it's like if you're gonna listen to that, you really are making a choice to sit down. I listen to a shitload of podcasts, so I'm probably like,
Fucking
coming
nerd.
from a different perspective. Yeah.
In the words of Chris song, beat it, nerd.
Beat a nerd. All right, so but like when did you start riding with people who were besides just the kids you grew up around?
When I went to the skate park. When I went to the skate park, I actually saw like. Oh, hold on. Here we begin. I went to Eisenberg's and fucking. I just saw kids like who were like mad good and shit. Like there was like this little dude. You ever heard of Nick Tarrant? Fucking his dad's like.
He was from an early video with you, right? Or did you ever have coverage with him early? That sounds familiar.
Most likely, yeah. Probably at an Eisenberg's contest or something, like, I don't know. But he was like from Dallas and shit. Like I saw him, he was like mad good and shit. Like I saw like it was like kids like him, not like pros or anything yet, but like I saw kids like him like just around there like really good, and I was like, damn, like the fuck you get like that. And then shout out to the homie Matt Rupert. Matt Rupert he was the only BMXer in town, and we fucking like. He was like, oh, I go to Eisenberg's and he can do a backflip and shit. So like, yo, this dude's fucking tight. Like hell yeah, he can do a backflip. This nigga's sick as fuck. Like I'm doing a feeble grind, he can go do a backflip. Like okay, so we were fucking with him real heavy. Then we finally went there for the first time and like it was just fucking. It was tight. I had my little like shitty. I didn't have a dyno when I first went to like Eisenberg's, but I had like some shitty bike though. I've always had shitty bikes. I used to ride 165 cranks, flatland 165 cranks.
Really?
Because I ain't got no money for that shit.
Yeah. And so what kind of riding were you into from the beginning?
Just straight up street. I mean, I've always wanted to like get into like dirt and shit, and maybe even vert one day. But like,
But you were always doing grinds and stuff?
always doing feeble grinds and trying to like learn fakies, like push like nose press to get something fakey out before I
So-
learn 180s.
Curb endo was a big part of your early riding days?
Curb and those are definitely a big part. The first video I ever bought was Props How To with Nate Wessel, and I forget the other dude's name. Shout out to the other dude too.
The Gons? No, Props. Props did it
bio.
with Nate Wessel.
Nate Wessel and some other dude. He had 4 pegs. He wore like big knee pads. You can probably Google that nigga.
Was it Ralph?
Not Winkleman. I will remember that nigga. Just saying.
Rest in peace. But I will remember him. But I don't know. It just sounded funny. But that was what I want to know is when did the V Club come into the scene? How did you get down with the V Club?
Let's see. I met Jared Hawley one time. Oh my god, I love
And so who's Jared Hawley for the people out there that need to?
For people who don't know who Jared Hawley is, Jared Hawley started out as a young gun, coming up in this world. Then one day he fucking was like, he looked like Began and was real tall with dreads. And then one day he just looked like Adam, like he looked like a polar bear or something.
He's way bigger than me now.
He looks like a polar bear, but that's my nigga though. I love him. He's
a singer of what band? Power Trip.
Power Trip? Whoa, Jared Hawley?
Yeah.
He's not the lead singer. Riley fucking is the lead singer of Power Trip.
No, but I hung out with Jared. I didn't know what he did in the band.
No. He doesn't do shit in the band. He just goes with him. He's like the roadie.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's weird. I hung out with him mad times. I never paid attention to the music enough to know who was doing what in the band. I just figured he was in the band.
Yeah, Power Trip's fucking like Hood's the fucking my dude Hood.
Oh, so he just hangs out with him? He's gonna think it's so weird that I didn't know that. But I'm friends with dudes in hardcore bands, but I don't really pay attention to the music part of it. Anyway,
True.
Yeah.
But my first time out in Austin, I came down, stayed with my homegirl, wanted to go ride with like everybody and shit, but something happened to my back wheel. I think I tried to do a 360 and like it just smashed my back wheel, and I never tightened my spokes. So I never learned how to work on my bike, and I couldn't ride, so I just stayed with my homegirl's house, and then like I had like $50 on me, all the money I had, and it was in my backpack, and they were like, yo, you want to get wasted? And so they were like, yo, here's Night Train. I never had a Night Train before. It's like some wine liquor shit.
Yeah, and
I don't even know what it is.
Trashed, right?
It's complete trash. It's like hobo juice.
But it
times,
gets
like,
you trashed.
It
It's
gets you
crazy,
fucking
right?
it was like Four Loko before Four Loko with a plus a Xanax or something. Completely just like like
everything all together.
I mean, I probably ate once that day. Then fucking they're like, you want to drink? Yeah. And I drink almost the whole bottle like by myself, and then I just pass out, and I wake up. And then my shit's just like I get drunk, but I leave, go somewhere. I pass out, come back, and then my shit's just like gone through. My backpack's like dumped out, and everything's just like on the floor, and all my money's gone. And I called Jared Hawley. And I was
Wait, so who robbed you exactly?
I don't know. It's some white boys.
Wow.
Yeah, some white boys staying with the homegirl. They were in town and just got me. Fuck it,
This is how you got down with V Club.
yeah. So I met Jared Hawley. He let me stay at his. He let me stay at on the couch at some dude's house with Timmy Martin.
Yeah.
And I'm sleeping like on the couch next to Timmy Martin, and his feet like kind of in my face, and he's like moving around.
That was your move. You always sleep with your feet in somebody's face.
It was mad weird. Yeah, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta sleep somewhere.
But so what was this? Like you would just go to Austin?
I was like, go to Austin and stay with Jared. Then I finally turned 18, graduated high school, and I was like, Jared, let me come stay on the couch. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll get a job one day. Never got a job. You know how it is.
So you just like permanently were just camped out in Austin, just trying to hang out and ride and stuff?
Yeah. I was like, well, I didn't really think like I could ever get sponsored anything, but I was there when props Megatour came through, and BK did like this gap to nose manual. I saw Jeff Z, and I saw Corey Martinez. I saw like everybody's like UGP and fucking other people and shit. Ron Bonner, his fucking
I think it was Megatour 3.
Megatour 3, yes.
Yeah.
Megatour 3. Actually, if you go look at the magazine from Ride back in 2007 when they came through, you can see Isaac in the background of fucking BK doing the fucking nose manual. Right. I mean, we only know that because we know who the nigga is, but yeah.
Okay, so but then how did you get down with V Club?
Going to Austin, staying with fucking Jared. I met George and Randy back in the day in Dallas, so like I saw them, and we fell in love with Randy. We fucking me and Isaac, his mom bought the fucking things. We made iron-on fucking I Heart Randy shirts.
Even really? Why?
Because that was our nigga. We saw him ride, and we were like, oh my fucking god, he's from Fort Worth. Like, yo, he's the sickest person in the fucking he's so sick.
Were there a lot of people like in your local scene? Because this was before Randy was like super well known, right?
Yeah, this was before Randy like blew up. I think he was like maybe getting up with like Demolition or something back in the day. It was like way before that too, probably. But he was actually on Riff Raff. I don't think y'all know what Riff Raff is.
I do. I remember the Riff Raff video.
They had pedals and stuff, right?
Shout out to Chris Northrup for
Wait,
that.
isn't that a rapper?
Riff Raff?
Just kidding.
Really?
Isn't that a rapper?
No, but Riff Raff. So, but that was what he was on before Mutiny, right?
Yeah.
Or was that even a bike company, or was it just a clothing
They had
company?
stems and bars and shit.
Okay.
I can't really remember everything else.
Yeah.
But
you were obsessed with Randy from day one. Did you get to hang out with him a lot over the years?
Not a little bit, like because he was Texas Underground in Dallas, and that was the bike shop, and that was basically my first sponsor, like if you want to call that sponsor, bike shop sponsor, yeah, whatever. So like going there a lot, riding the train from Garland to downtown Dallas a lot, like almost every night, like. And then Randy would come out there, and other BMX, it's the BMX circuit, what I'm saying? It's a bike shop, so go up there, smoke some weed, get drunk, blah blah. You see niggas in downtown because it's Deep Ellum, it's like close to it's like downtown, but like downtown's right here to the left, like 20 feet away, it's like us. So you see the club shit, or you see like the 7-Eleven shit, the hobo shit.
But then the bike shop's just right there.
Yeah,
so
bike shop right there in the center, and in the center, and it was sick as fuck. There's like footage someone has, like people like drive by shootings and shit, like it's fucking tight. Yeah.
Damn.
And
Who was like the main dudes with V Club at that time? That was like
Jeremy
Jeremy
Rabbler and Matt Morin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Jeremy Rabbler and Matt Morin are V Club dudes, and I don't know. I just met them, and like they just like I actually like got better at riding bikes, and I was just trying whatever. I didn't give a fuck because it was just fun to me.
Were you always good at it from the beginning?
Not from the beginning. I mean, I learned like everybody else, but like I wasn't scared to try shit because like if I walked up to something I knew I could do it, I can do it.
You always been a reckless person though.
Yeah, I mean like your riding shows who you are, and I don't give a fuck.
When you were a kid though, were you the kind of kid that was like jumping off of stuff even before you got on a bike? Were you always doing
wrestling
crazy
and shit?
Yeah.
Like wrestling with the homies, like hurting my fucking shoulder and shit. Like, yeah, always like getting down, like play fighting and shit or real fighting, whatever.
So what? You guys just start making like web videos early on. When did you first get on the come up? Do you remember?
Ooh,
I remember you annoying me on Twitter for many years before I actually met you.
I annoyed the fuck out of you.
He would always be tweeting at me just saying some stupid shit, and I was just the same way as I am now, where I like wouldn't even really pay attention
Wouldn't
to
care
it.
at all.
Yeah, I didn't really respond or anything, right?
No, you never did. You never said shit back.
I try to respond to kids more now, you know?
I was so like, Adam, talk to me. You got the come up. The come up's the sickest thing ever.
Yeah, when I see that kind of stuff, when I see kids like actually literally asking for me to respond, I'm just like, not responding to that. I don't know. That usually doesn't work.
I mean, like, you just gotta like sometimes. I mean, I respond to everybody. Fuck it, like.
Yeah.
If I got free time, I got free time. But if I'm like, gone or something, like, fuck you.
So you were a BMX nerd from the beginning because you were watching so many videos and stuff?
Yeah, studying and fucking like really just watching it because like I mean I enjoy that shit. I enjoy seeing sick shit from the get go.
Right.
And then I was just like, well, I mean I got like kind of, I wouldn't say kind of good. I just got to the point where I was like,
you could be in videos.
I could like. Oh shit! One day I could probably get sponsored. Oh,
yeah,
that'd be fucking tight.
But what was your like idea of good riding at the time? Like, what was the kind of stuff you were doing?
Let's see. The first video I bought was Props Mega Tour. So that was 2003 or 4.
Yeah, something
that was
like
2003. So whatever they were doing back then, and like all the shit that was like Fit was putting out, Edwin was putting out. That was like. So I got into it like 2001 when like street was like mad tight.
Yeah.
When like BMX was cool.
You would say that was not cool now?
No.
Why? What happened? No.
No.
Really? What happened to BMX?
Cool
I'm interested
anymore.
in this. Why not?
It's not cool. We don't have
Ken
Vic
A was
Ayala.
definitely cool.
We don't have Vic Ayala.
We don't have Vic Ayala.
Yeah, but BMX was cool before Vic Ayala too.
Well, I mean, we don't have just as many people like back in the day. Like not just saying like they passed away or something. Like they just like just not in BMX anymore, and like it's just like shit. Something changed. It used to be tight.
You think it was? Do you think it changed for you, or that it changed for everybody?
I mean, I'm just gonna say this, and look at the camera too. The come up ruined BMX.
Why do you say that?
Because before you had to wait for the DVD. And you had to like it was so hard to like actually talk to the pros and shit.
Right.
Now, Began's on the motherfucking come up with 94,000 fucking followers on Instagram. I'm from the fucking OG hood. I've been in the game way longer. I got 9K.
Yeah.
Fuck Began.
But so you think that that's the come up's fault that you don't have that many Instagram followers?
No. No, but like it was just like now the come up made it to where like it was hard to get on the come up, but like now it's like that was a good outlet for people to get sponsorship, and now it's just like, well, fuck, like now it's just so much shit. Now look what you done. Now look what you done. There's without the come up, like
it just got more oversaturated.
Yeah, but that's the weird thing in BMX is that a lot of people who ride BMX don't know that this is like the same thing that happened to every other part of the world too. That like there's a lot of rappers who would be like, I remember when he used to put an album out and everybody gave a shit, and now I put an album out and nobody gives a fuck, and it's like they blame it on World Star, they would blame it on whatever, and it's funny to me because it's like, but you still see that. Okay, yeah, it's all me. No, but that's the funny thing about it though is that it's like. In rap, people act like, oh, like the albums don't matter, blah, blah, blah. But the albums that people give a fuck still matter. Like the riders that people give a fuck still have a lot of followers.
Yeah, like Garrett Barnes.
Garrett Barnes. And then, but that's the weird thing about it, though, is that a lot of people who, a lot of people in BMX used to kind of be able to get away with feeling like their shit mattered more than it did, I think. Because there was so much less shit coming out. The dudes were like, oh, I'm in a magazine. This is the sickest thing ever. But now, like, people get a video on the come up, they realize it's like, people forget about it the next day. But it's like, people forgot about the shit that was in a magazine the next day, too. It's just, people tend to look at the past with these, like, crazy rose-colored glasses.
It was just more memorable. Yeah. BMX is more memorable, like, when you had to buy the DVD to see, like, then you see like the intro to like, oh shit, there's a new dude on the team, or like, your favorite fucking person.
Yeah.
So it just like it was tight. You see Ride BMX and you see the DVD, And, you know, I was too broke to have a subscription, so I, you know, go next door to the homie's house, and he got the subscription and shit, so it was tight. He got the beanies and the shirts. What's up, Rod? Been supporting y'all niggas?
I'm going to actually take issue with this, though, is because the era in which you were the most into BMX was also the beginning of the internet era. It was the era in which you were because you were a kid who was going on the come up watching every single video every day, right?
MySpace, and if it was on the come up, I was watching it.
So what changed about that for you, though, is like that. I guess that's the question. Is
There's just so much shit on there.
But
now.
there was always so much shit.
But it was probably really tight though. Remember when the come up was a team and y'all did a fucking road trip and shit? Remember that?
A road trip? Yeah. Well, now we have OSS.
That shit was sick to you. Like that shit like was so sick to us. Like
what? Going on Megatour?
No. You know, the come up.
It
road
wasn't
trip.
that sick in real life.
The video looks sick as fuck to us.
Oh,
like,
so you're talking about the come up DVD shit? I know, but see, okay, that's the thing is that DVDs were really good at making people think that shit was sicker than it was. But now it's like now the web video comes out and people are not as impressed, and they're like. That's the whole thing about it is like when you see these team trip videos come out and like the web edit comes out and nobody really cares that much. It's like when that web edit was in props and you had to watch it 10 times, that kind of tricked everybody into thinking that it mattered more, I think. That's me personally. I'm kind of just trying to get you to admit that you being 27 years old might have more to do with how you view BMX changing than BMX itself having changed. Even though BMX obviously has changed, but I'm just saying that, like me, I'm 31. It's like nothing is ever going to make me as fucking excited about BMX as when I was 15 watching the Animal video or Don't Go Your Day Job or whatever, you know, like that's just my perspective.
True.
I don't blame the media or the form of consumption. I would be more likely to blame myself and my own worldview. Was that too long-winded?
The internet's cool.
The internet's cool.
See,
I do, but I love it now. I mean, I do love it because like I get to go to the come up and just be like scroll through and then find something like, oh, this sick kid from fucking Germany. I would never in my life ever see.
No, exactly.
But are you really going to click on some kid from Germany's video? See, that's
if you write a dope review.
No, but now I can see some
random.
random ass kid from Russia do like a fucking Ice Hard 3, and I would.
Yeah, you know, like
never seen
you know,
that.
if someone like has a dope description and at least like a 2-3 minute video with one dope trip at the end, like I'm gonna click on it and watch it and be like, oh, that's tight, and like, oh my god, look at all those new spots that like one day I could probably save some money up and go to.
Yeah.
You know?
See, that's the whole thing about it to me is that I think a lot of people tend to look at BMX and they're like, oh, like it sucks now because you can just film something and put it on Instagram. And I'm like, how does that suck? That's the best thing I ever heard in my whole life.
It's
that's so much cooler than the way it used to be, where it used to be like, oh, if you wanted to get noticed as a BMX rider, oh, you have to go get some fucking mark-ass company to sponsor you. And then they're going to sponsor you maybe if you're insanely lucky. And even then it's like, oh, so you have to compromise your entire identity by fucking wearing some whack-ass jersey or whatever. Now, the fact that you can film it with an iPhone, the same camera that everybody has, and put it online, I mean, like, what could be cooler than that?
That's pretty tight. Remember when X Games was fucking, it wasn't invite only? You can go try out to be in X Games?
Yeah, they had the X Trials in my town one year. I went to it.
Where you from?
Crazy. Bristol, Connecticut. The town
Connecticut?
Yeah, the town that ESPN is from.
Oh,
so
damn.
they had the X Trials in my town one year.
So I stayed in New Haven, Connecticut. What's up?
New Haven's
where's
the
that
hood.
at?
New Haven's the hood.
Where's that at relation
That's
to
like
you, though?
45 minutes from me. It's like
Really?
down by the beach, kind of.
Yo, did I meet you back in the day at the fucking skate park?
Haven, yeah. I met you there.
That's where I met you at for the first time ever.
I know. The night the black man got kicked out because he refused to wear a helmet and then tried to fight Erica, the lady working at the skate
Oh
park.
my God, Black Man's quote because it was a jam from Mike Aiken. I was there too, and that's funny that we're all there.
Yeah, it was a jam from Mike Aiken landing on his head and black man refusing to wear a helmet.
I was there. Yeah,
Damn.
It was at the Come Up Road trip.
I drove up with Black Man and Russell.
Megatour, I think.
No, time out.
Yeah, it was Megatour because Kevin Porter was there.
Oh, you're talking about something different. No,
I'm
because
talking about something completely different.
What
Because
are you talking
Beef
about
was
then?
with
The thing
me.
where Black Man-
I don't know. I used to be at Haven all the time. I went to fucking
Denny,
there.
Denny was there.
the only time Black Man's ever been to Haven was the time during the Mike Aiken jam.
Yeah, that's what I was talking.
And the lady was, you know, because obviously it was a jam for Mike Aiken because he hit his head, and everybody's wearing helmets, and Black Man wouldn't wear a helmet, and she goes, "Oh, you got to wear a helmet. This is a jam for somebody who hurt their head," and he goes, "N-words die in my hood every day, B." So that was just probably the fucking funniest thing I
Coming
ever heard.
back with a paid in full quote is probably.
Yeah. That is a paid in full quote. Very good, Began. I taught you well. But yeah, that was just a mind blowing Black Man comment, and I think he continued to ride with no helmet. It was great.
No, he got kicked out because you wouldn't let him ride.
Oh yeah.
Yo, no. When you were there, if you were there,
Yeah,
I was
no,
there with
'cause you-
Steve. Stank breath.
Yeah,
CD stank breath, salvia addict.
Done that nigga's breath stank, and then he smoked salvia. He was like,
Were you there the night that happened?
No, I wish I was though. I saw the video before it came out.
But yeah.
Oh my God, poor C Beef. That was so fucked
Shout out
up.
to C Beef and his mama. Yo, I fuck with Steve-O too. Like I like Steve-O, but his mom was like, she's like, I don't like that Steve-O character.
Wait, C Beef's mom said she didn't like Steve-O?
Yeah, she told me she didn't like Steve-O.
Why?
I don't know.
Steve-O's from, like, the nice part of Connecticut, so
I guess they hung out before.
Well, there's a lot of reasons I could conjure up to not like Steve-O, especially back in the day. No offense, Steve-O, but I mean, back in the day, there was a lot of people who probably didn't like him. But that's interesting that CB's mom would.
Yeah, CB's mom was like,
well.
I don't like that Steve-O. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking funny.
So, do you remember when you started hanging out with us when you first met me? Just summons a burp up out of him.
I met you a bright, shiny day in Austin, Texas.
Where were
the
we?
Old Empire.
Okay.
On Lamar
okay,
and I think it was East 5th or something.
Right.
And I rolled up and y'all were sitting outside. I knew Jake Seeley. Me and Jake Seeley fucking clicked up. How did me and Jake Seeley meet? I don't even
DJ
remember.
Hines.
DJ Hines. I love mustard. I love ketchup.
I love mustard. I love ketchup. You remember? I love Chipotle. You remember when you met? How'd you meet Jake Seeley? MySpace?
Fuck. How did I meet Jake Seeley? I have no clue, but he got me on Stolen, though. Shout out to him for that.
Yeah.
How
long were you on
I met
Stolen
him.
for?
I'm trying to remember. Like, I've done so many drugs, and like my brain's so fucking shit.
Hey man, do you remember when Stolen gave you that signature frame and it had the candy stripe thing? Like, it had that like diagonal stripe down the whole thing.
About?
No, you don't remember? It had the down tube with the weird like indentation thing spiraling down.
And the yo-yo fucking head tube.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
He
What
had
were you
this
thinking,
really
Dave
weird.
Wooten?
Yeah.
The fuck were you thinking? That was so ugly.
Are we gonna be able to find photos of that?
It's probably on MySpace or Facebook. It's probably, yeah.
The head tube looked like a friggin'.
There's a picture of me with a gun,
a real
and
master
a blue Cowboys bandana, and a Stolen shirt, and and I was like, "Yo, thanks for the bike."
How long did you ride for Stolen?
I don't know, maybe a year or two.
It didn't seem like it worked.
As long as he had those same red pants that he wore when he was on that team.
Okay,
Yo,
I want to get to the red pants.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
I'm gonna keep flattering myself. What was it like when you met me? Do you remember anything? Because I kind of remember it was like Sean Burns was there. We were all sitting outside of Empire just talking.
Outside, and I rolled up and I just started cracking jokes on everyone immediately, and I had you laugh. You're like, ha 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 ha. You know how Adam laughs? Like
that's me. I grabbed my chest with both hands. All right.
No, you nigga. So I rolled up and I was like cracking jokes and shit and making everyone laugh, and I met you, and then I was like, cool. But I was living with Stu Johnson at the time too. Shout out to fucking Stu Johnson.
How long you live with Stu for?
Y'all came and kidnapped me like fucking like shit like two. I was there for like 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
And this is when
Did you have like a bunk bed at his house or something?
I had like a really small, like probably like this, like a little bit longer than this, like bunk bed.
Because when you film the day in the life with Stu, it looks like you like actually lived there for a long time. Probably a lot of people just assume that you did.
You see how I have my backpack? Just like I mean, I keep that shit the same way. I have all my shit gets from the backpack. My MacBook, my clothes, my toothbrush.
So you're a pack rat. You always just keep all your stuff together.
I mean, I was just so used to like I went to Austin with a backpack and a bike.
Yeah.
And I just been living like that for like the last like who knows how long.
Do you think? Well, see, that's the funny thing about it too, though, is that knowing Stu, that there's absolutely no way that Stu would ever let someone like you live with them for an extended period of time.
With Stu for longer than a couple.
You gotta understand something in BMX. Like, I fuck with a lot of people, and like, why do a lot of people fuck with me? Like, you know, I am.
A lot of people have taken sympathy upon you and just let you sleep on the couch for a long period of time over the years, including myself. Like 3 or 4 months, like from the day I met you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like when y'all came and kidnapped me, Craig,
Kidnapped.
fucking. They were like, yo, just come stay with us. And I was like, yo, Stu, I'll be back. And I just grabbed my backpack and got my bike and came over. And then we were at the fucking Austin house. You were working out Byron Anderson. Shout out Byron.
Yeah. That is a weird fact, is that when we lived in Austin, I lived across the street from Byron Anderson. And I used to go over to his garage, and we would work out in there. It was really weird when I think about it now, yeah.
Guy stuff.
Go sweat, dude. Yo, you gonna go sweat together?
We'd go run in the park and stuff. No, he was kind of like done with riding by that point, so it was like, oh, we're gonna do something together. You know, we're just gonna go work out. Yeah.
The house was so sketchy.
Yeah, what was the sketchiest thing that you ever did, or the craziest thing you ever saw happen there? Yeah,
or affiliated with the house.
Around there, yeah. What's the craziest shit?
Well, I'm trying to think back. There's so much sketchy shit.
So,
oh my god. No names. There's some shit cannot be said with names.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could start telling it. I'll tell you if I think it's a little too revealing.
Okay. I'll talk about me personally at the house.
Okay.
First. So what year was that? Wait, 2010?
2009.
That's when y'all first started filming OSS football.
Right. Well, okay, because the OSS DVD came out the summer of 2010, and so this would have been like January of 2010, so the very beginning. Yeah.
Oh no, it was definitely summertime. It was summertime. Fucking.
No, it was winter.
Was it winter?
Yeah.
No, because I met you on a bright sunny day in fucking Austin.
Big deal. It was still winter.
Probably was winter. I'm just fucking. I don't know. All right. Yeah. You're right.
Because we got a house down there for like 4 months. Yeah. Or I think Mastroni and them might have stayed a little longer, so it might have been like 6 months.
Yeah. So I move in, and then how sketchy do we get?
I love that he always tells the story about this one time that I was banging this girl and that he heard it, and then
all of us heard it. All of us heard it. We're outside.
Story of my life. Still does it.
We're in the living room, and we hear this girl screaming like sounds like she's getting murdered, like someone's stabbing her, and we're like, what the fuck is happening back there? And we're like, get a little bit closer, like. Like it's like the bitch is screaming for her life or something. Like it's mad funny. Like
the best part, he always forgets the real part of the story though, is that then the dog comes walking out just chewing on a condom.
Oh my god, the dog chewed the condom.
That was why it's not really a story besides the dog just walking out, just eating the condom. So like nobody.
He chewed the condom and he had to poop it out, and it was very, very gross.
Oh no, it was Cassie's dog Zoe or Zoo.
Zoo.
Oh, Charlie still has that dog.
Yeah.
His other dog Stan is way cooler.
I hate that dog. That dog sucks. That was
Shout out to Stanley, he's the man.
That was when we first got
Stanley,
Gucci Man, Gucci Bear.
Gucci Bear.
Yeah, best dog ever.
Gucci was so tight. His name was Gucci, and like he was actually like really cool. And he like came from the hood too.
Remember how salty Jake Sealy was when we were down there? We would always have girls over party in the house afterwards, and he would just get so mad, and it was just, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Moody ass Sealy back then. Control your demons. What was that? Because he'd be sitting there playing Xbox by himself, and then we would come home and that was like an era of our life where we just went out every night and got so fucking retarded.
Shit, remember how much like. Oh my God, Ozfest. Remember when Jake told Ozfest, we are musical soulmates? Oh my God.
Yeah, they were sitting in the living room when we first met her. And
hey, wait, you like death metal too?
Yeah, it was exactly like that. It was like, oh, you like Cannibal Corpse? I like Cannibal Corpse too. Wow, it's like we're musical soulmates.
Really
and that was just so legendary. As soon as somebody told me, like, wow, Jake used the phrase musical soulmates.
Musical soulmates.
That was the best thing I ever heard.
Oh, shout out to Jake. Jake's funny.
Dude, yeah, we used to go to Shakespeare's constantly, and you would always remember it was the era of Lady Gaga because those girls we were hanging out with would be constantly listening to Lady Gaga. I never knew any of those songs. I just remember they would always be playing them, and they had like 50 million plays on YouTube, and I was like, I guess this is why.
I mean, I've always loved music. I love all music, even if it's bad music. I still love some of it. Fuck it, I love music. All aspects.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of more crazy ass shit that happened when we were down there.
There's so much shit we can't talk about.
Yeah, that's always kind of the case.
There's so much shit we can't talk about on camera.
So much is
I wish you guys were on back then. You guys are like old. You guys are all like old and boring now.
2010. How old are you in 2010?
Yeah, I would have loved to have a 13-year-old with us too.
Yeah, fuck the fuck off.
Yeah,
we were all around the
5
same
years
age.
ago, I was.
We were drinking, we were doing drugs,
16?
and we were fucking riding bikes.
One of my favorite things about that, but we weren't doing that much drugs because this is like before most.
A lot of cocaine in the house.
You and like a couple other people, but the actual dudes on the OSS team, including myself, had not even tried coke at that time. I don't think.
I think remember the night we snorted Adderall and then went to a house party?
Sounds like probably every night. Yeah.
We were snorting Adderall in the kitchen, and we went to a house. I stole fucking Ozfest's car.
Oh, okay.
And I drove by myself for some reason.
I want to tell the story about Poop Girl because I can tell that story because I've already told it online. And
my God!
The fact that
I read that.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, and I can relate and say Gut Stains, the guy who works for.
No, let me just tell this part though. Is that so? Well, first off, when I met her. She took me. I was blackout drunk. She gets me at the bar and drags me back to her car. She's so drunk that she's driving on the fucking curb and stuff on the way back. And you're the one who introduced me to this girl, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then so I get back to her house, whatever. I'm so blacked out that I don't even remember having sex. But when I wake up, there's fucking a pool of diarrhea next to me in the bed from her. And when I got back to the house and told you about it, you had a fucking heart attack and you crowned her Poop Girl, and then everybody called her Poop Girl forever. But that's not the really funny part. The funny part is that then somehow this is what happened. She told me, she was like, oh, me and my friend want to have a threesome or not a threesome, but want to have a fucking orgy with you and your other friend who I won't name. So I was like, all right, fine. I was willing to actually forgive her for the diarrhea in the bed. And so we get in her car and she's listening to these weird fucking South African like anthems, like these crazy like national, it's like the national anthem, but like the South African version. And she's white, but she's from South Africa. And I just started to like get it into my head, and I just go, hey, are you racist? And she just goes, no, I'm not racist. I just hate
N-words.
Yeah.
Niggers. She said niggers, y'all.
And I'm just like, whoa, jaw drops. And then she just goes, like Kareem. And I'm like, what? I'm
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, I go, how do you know Kareem? And she goes, well, I had a house party, and him and his little buddies came over and stole $500 worth of imported African sausage out of my freezer. And I go, how the hell did you? I go, how do you know it was him? Because right away I'm like, why the fuck would he steal $500 worth of imported sausage? That sounds like so much. I guess it was so expensive that it really wasn't that expensive. It wasn't that much. You just took a couple of sausages, right?
The story goes, T-Town, a.k.a. Gus Things, a.k.a. Tristan stole the motherfucking African imported sausages out the
Guts
freezer.
told me this story one time.
He stole the shit out the freezer.
And the reason why they got caught too is because they were fucking cooking it on MySpace. They posted photos the next day.
The next day, this is like,
he
yeah,
definitely
got
told
you,
me that.
nigga. Got
Oh
you,
my
nigga.
god! When she said that sentence, I was like horrified, but I was actually I was gonna ignore it. I was just gonna be like, oh yeah, because we're about to get it popping. So
Yeah,
no
yeah.
offense to you or black people in general. I was gonna ignore it. Well, I didn't hear that. Whatever. Let's move the conversation on.
Last night, what was he saying last night? Hey.
I'm gonna follow you.
You want to hit my blunt? I'm not racist.
Either way, but then, so she said it. I was about to move on, and then she goes, like Kareem. I was like, boom, mind blown. But that story is pretty fucked up.
That's a rude bitch. And luckily, I don't fuck with the bitch today, so YOLO. Fuck you, bitch.
I wonder what happened to her.
Shit, she's probably a rich white girl, probably in Africa, saving fucking black babies, doing something tight, or she's a fucking slut, fucking I don't know.
Banging
It's
bloggers.
two options, good and bad. Either she's doing good or she's doing bad. I hope she's doing bad. If she's doing good, she's doing good. Fuck her.
She called you the N-word.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
How'd you meet Ozfest? You guys became best friends and you used to sleep on the couch
I did
together.
not meet Ozfest.
You told me the story
I saw-
today. It's pretty funny.
I saw her with. I was with a bunch of English BMX dudes. I saw her. I think I was doing coke in the restroom, and I came out and like Elysium is the '80s. It was a Sunday night. It was the '80s goth club on Sundays.
Okay.
So you got people really dressed up like a cyborg and you got
Right,
fucking,
okay, yeah.
Marilyn Manson niggas and shit. So
I remember this.
yeah, we were at Elysium, and I come out of the restroom, and I'm with English dudes, and I see, and I think I saw Courtney on MySpace or something. I was like, oh babe, oh my god, and then I was like, yo, fucking, I think I was talking to her on MySpace or Facebook, and I was like, yo, blah blah. No, not MySpace, definitely Facebook, but hang out me, and no, she never did. I saw her, and then she was like, they just got done throwing up or something, so they were leaving, and she was like, no, later. And I was like, no, and I ran after her, and then her and her homegirl were running away, and then basically me and other BMXers surrounded me, and I don't know where we hung out at, but we
So
all
you
hung out.
chased her down an alley with a bunch of BMX guys and confronted
Probably on
her.
the street in Austin.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you had an internet crush on her.
Yeah.
And it didn't pan out. She never gave you any play.
No. Now we're fucking. That's my best friend. That's
Were you
my
trying
girl.
for a
Now
while?
she's marrying Ditchburn.
Try?
And now she's marrying Scott Ditchburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were going for it though. You were in love with her. Huh?
I mean, any girl can get, if you're hot, any girl can get it. You know.
I'm glad that you just were honest with the fact that you will try to fuck any girl. Yeah.
Not any girl, but if you meet
Pretty
a hot
much
girl,
any girl.
I mean, say if you meet a hot girl, if she's flirting with you, you're like, oh shit, I might be the fuck, you know, girl.
Last time I was in Texas, Kareem was hanging out with a girl that looked like Craig.
There's he always
Was that
hangs out with
what?
chicks that we think look
I had
like
a picture
dudes.
on my phone.
Was that? I wonder who it
Yeah,
was.
I don't know. It's funny as
Yo,
fuck. She
I
had
be
glasses
fucking-
and she looked like
I
Craig.
be out there and I'll be like, yo, if I have drugs and shit, I might be getting drugs from a bitch. She might be feeding me drugs. That's why I'm
It
hanging
was,
out
a
with
Swa-
her.
it was a Swafford's house.
Yo,
when I
I-
Put that
was
right in your
drinking,
mouth.
I think.
The mic, yeah. Move it down a little bit. Yeah. Hey, so you probably said that you've done every drug,
Yeah,
basically.
almost every drug.
Which ones would you never do again?
You know what? I don't know if I ever did heroin, but
Okay.
I would never do heroin. But
Yeah, don't do that.
I think I took the pill form of it's to get you off heroin, methadone or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, Jake Seeley came over to some spot. It was my
And
homie.
sold you methadone?
Not sold me. Jake Seeley did not sell me methadone. No.
He gave you methadone.
That's a
No.
Quotable.
I took it, and
was a
I was
gift
all
from a
fucked up. And Jake was me and Jake were really clicking real hard. We were hanging out a lot.
Pause.
So we were clicking real hard. No homo.
Pause, yeah. All
Yeah. So we were hanging out a lot, and fucking he came over to the spot, and he was like, yo, let's go get some food. Yo, you look crazy. What's wrong with you? And I started riding my bike, and I just threw up all this orange. And he's like, yo, what's wrong with you? And I was like, yo, I did this. He's like, yo, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why you doing this? Actually caring and shit. But I didn't give a fuck. I was just trying to get fucked up.
Right.
You know? So.
Kareem, what are you doing? Why are you doing drugs in the middle of the day?
Come on, man. You can't do that. Come on, man.
Did your whole life change when you first did acid? Didn't you tell me that one time?
I didn't really change, but man, goddamn.
What? You just went
I
off?
definitely. I looked in the mirror. You say that you're not supposed to look in the mirror. Don't look in the mirror.
When you're on acid?
Do not look in the mirror.
What happened?
I saw something that wasn't me, and it just
Really?
made me think I could fucking fly, and I wanted to like jump off the 4-story balcony at Jared Holly's house.
But luckily you didn't.
Luckily, I fucking didn't, and I like. I actually got on Facebook and like FaceTimed someone, or like not Facebook. I like FaceTimed someone somehow, like some sort of shit, Skype, and then I like talked to someone. I was like, "Yo, I'm feeling really crazy. I think I kind of want to kill myself like right now."
Really? So you almost killed yourself on acid.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting turn of events.
I felt crazy as fuck. Like I took 9 hits.
Was that the first time you took 9 hits? Yeah.
So the story goes, okay, shout out to my homie Solo. Man, Solo, remember that one time that fucking I got caught? You got caught with that? I took the charge though. Baby, I love you.
What charge did you take?
We
gun?
had 2 ounces in the we just dropped off a pound. He just dropped off a pound and
weed?
Yeah, a pound of weed. He just dropped off a pound and him and his girlfriend. I don't know if I want to say that. Like,
No, just do it.
whatever.
Who gives a
Okay,
fuck?
it was we edit it out. He just dropped off a pound. It was him and his girlfriend. He's driving. She's in front. I'm in the back. And we like drive maybe like fucking 2 minutes, and then a cop comes out of nowhere, just gets behind us, and it's like a shitty fucking like Saturn, like a green shitty Saturn, like whatever. And the cop pulls us over, and then he like fucking like I was like, yo, I got no. I'll take the charge for you. Like basically, like, put the weed next to me. It's like, I'll say it's my weed, so that way you don't go to jail. Because he been doing this. Like I don't do this shit, so
Right.
it wouldn't really affect me to get caught with this. Basically, looking out for my boy, because like that's his life. He was trapping. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's how he gets his money.
And so you took the charge on how much weed?
Just 2 ounces.
Wow.
And then it was backed up. But then the cops like said like, oh, it looked like someone passed the weed back, and they were just sitting there. But I think they hit me with intent to distribute, but I don't know.
But how old were you?
This was around the time like I was in Austin at Jared's house. So I was like maybe 19, 20.
Oh, okay. So it was a felony or was it a misdemeanor?
No, luckily it wasn't a felony. It was a misdemeanor. If I would have had it bagged up, as in like ready to go 20s or 8th or something, that would have been a felony.
Was that your sole criminal charge, or do you have a bunch of shit over the years?
No, that's like, man, the first time I went to jail, I got a jaywalking ticket. I got a black cop in downtown Dallas. Matt Malone that owned Texas Underground was like, yo, go get me something. I was broke. He's like, yo, go get me something. I'll buy you something. Shit like that.
Yeah.
So I skated down to the store. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna skate. He's like, all right, ride the gator board. We had this gator board. We had a gator
Shout out
board
to-
and fucking and I rode the board down there, and I went to 7-Eleven, and I went across the street to Subway and got him food. Then I come out of Subway, and the cop's like, come here. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, I'm going to give you one guess why I'm stopping you today. And I'm like, why? He's like, he like pointing down, but I'm just like looking at the skateboard, looking at my shoes, like, why? Tell me. And he's like, a skateboard, you skated across the street, you jaywalked. And I was like, you want me to walk to the light? I was like, you want me to walk to the light and actually like go down like 20 feet and then cross the street when there's no cars coming? Anything's a one-way street.
Yeah.
It's like
they do want you to do that, at least around here.
And
They're
I
crazy
don't know,
around here.
maybe I don't know. It was like this cop. He like actually beat up a girl roller derby skater and lost his job later on in life. So fuck him.
So you kept tabs on him?
I didn't keep tabs on him, but he just made himself into the news a lot because he's a piece of shit. Like, he fucked with the BMXers and skaters, and like people smart enough to actually like complain to like the correct people and shit.
Right.
And he lost his shit and beat up this girl or something who was like roller derby skater. Yeah, so he gives me a ticket, and I'm like, dog, I'm not gonna pay this off top. Like, I'm not paying that. It's a jaywalking ticket, and I ain't got no job, I ain't got no fucking money.
Yeah.
I'm just like riding bikes and like eating taquitos and shit. So he gives me a ticket, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna pay it. So I just like show Matt. Matt's like, yo, we call somebody. He was like talking about it, like he's gonna do something, but he never did. And then time goes by, ticket turns to a warrant, and then my first time ever going to jail. Where the fuck was I? I don't know what I was doing. I think I had my bike or something though, but the dude just rolled up on me. I was somewhere on my bike, ran my name, fucking took me in jail for the first time ever, and I was like, what the fuck? Calling my mom, yo, I'm in jail. She's like, yo, my dad's been in prison my whole life, so we're used to this shit. Like, I'm used to going to prison and visiting my brother, visiting my dad. So she was just like, well, we can't bail you out. Ain't no money. Sit it out. How long you gonna be in there? And like fucking, it's like, I don't know, fucking $300 or $400. So it's like, 4 or 5 days or something. Like, nothing crazy, but I was like my first time ever in jail.
Right.
I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of shook a little bit.
What was that like for you?
It was Dallas, and the jail in Dallas is loose derrick, and it was so fucking shitty that the feds had to come in and like take over because like they would lose paperwork and shit. So you can be like in there for some bullshit and be sitting in there for months and months. They don't have your paperwork.
Yeah.
They don't know what you did.
Damn.
So it was mad shitty.
You feel like you were victimized by the cops from an early age?
The first time I knew like I don't fuck with the police ever. Fuck the police. I was 6 years old, and some Mexican kids, probably a little bit older than me, broke into a car, stole the radio. They told the cops or investigators that it was me. They pointed to my house. So one day, the cops knock on my door, and my mom is like, yo, PJ, go hide in the back. So PJ and his girl, they thought they were looking for my brother and his girlfriend, and they said, go hide in the back. So he hid in the back. We all open the door. It's me, my mom, my sister, and like somebody else, and they open the door and they're like, "Yo, we're looking for Kareem Williams." And I'm like, my mom's like, "Your eyes got so big," and I was like, "Huh? What the fuck you mean you're looking for me?"
Yeah.
They're like, and then they start telling my mom, they're like, "What you looking for him for?" Like, "Oh, someone said that he broke into the fucking car and did these." And my mom's like, "He's a fucking child." Like, but, my mom don't cuss though. She's a Christian.
So you really didn't do it?
No, I didn't do it. Like,
okay.
Hell no. I mean, I grew up around so much dirt and shit. Like, I've done some dirt, but
yeah.
I've never really crossed like some people. I mean, I've done some like dirty shit, but like I've never really like ran up to like.
He's trying to think of anything he hasn't done.
I never like ran up to the like. I mean, I ran someone's house before, stole their shit.
Right.
Not when they're there though.
Your friend?
Sometimes.
What'd you steal?
I just stole weed and shit. Not like TVs or none, just like weed and shit.
Robbing like a lot of weed or. You rob somebody for a pound, or you rob somebody for an eighth. There's a very big difference.
Okay, like an ounce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing.
That's still kind of significant, but all right.
Yeah. But so I knew from get go, like I just like fuck the police. Like I knew from like early on, like there was a white security guard. He used to like try to come tell us like going like it's 8 o'clock, all the kids going inside. It's past curfew, and I'm with my mom, like my mom's like, yo, we live right here. We're sitting on the fucking steps, like on the patio. Like you can't tell us to go. You can't tell my kid to go inside. He's with me, like parental supervision, like arguing with us and shit. Like it was just like racist. And then like when we were mad young, I had a homeboy. He was a white dude, and like my brothers would hang out. My brothers and his homies were hanging outside, thugging and shit, like doing shit. And so the dude's dad was like mad racist, was like, you can't hang out with him, you can't hang out with Kareem, you can't, no, So we moved somewhere because like, moving apartment, blah, blah. We moved somewhere and like hang out with the homie. Like I'd be in different elementary schools a lot. Like we moved around like a little bit. Like I can remember going to one school for a couple of months and one day just over here, then back to one school, then over here, then.
Right. So
I had the homie, we couldn't hang out one day, then shit, I lost touch with him. I lost touch with everybody, really. It was back in the day. You ain't get no cell phone. I'm a kid. I'm like 14 or, younger than that. But, I don't know, we were like, it was just mad weird. Like, I knew just, it sucked. I knew it sucked. I knew the police sucked, and I knew, like, racism was alive at a very young age.
You still feel like you deal with racism a lot now?
Every day. Everywhere
really?
I go. I feel like people fucking look at me or like scared, like maybe not even scared of me, but like just because I'm black, like.
Is it worse in Austin or is it or in Texas or is it worse here?
It depends on where you go in Texas. There's definitely been like, I was in Massachusetts one time with Platt and the dude was just like, we ain't serving you.
At a restaurant?
No, at the fucking buying liquor at the store.
And a guy at the gas station wouldn't serve you?
No, at the liquor store. Like, we went and deposited, we went and actually, like, recycled all the cans and give you money and shit. So we got, like, $40 each, like, like at his mom's house. So we went there, and you go there, then you go, like, through the door, and you go recycle, then you go next door in the liquor store.
Right.
So it's in the same building. You just walk through the door, and you're in the liquor store. And the dude's, I gave my ID. He's, like, looking at shit. And he's like, I can't take it. I'm not taking it. Nah. And I just went there like 2 days before, bought liquor. The dude who like was like a younger dude, he's like, "Oh, what's up?" Blah blah. Sold it to me.
So why do you think they didn't sell it to you?
The older dude just like he knows Platt is a small town. Platt's a small town. He knows Platt, and he like.
He
we went back and told
your
his
money.
mom, was like, yo, that dude's racist. Like, he just wouldn't sell Kareem shit. Like, he said his ID wasn't valid. He, like, making up all this shit. Like, and he had to, how, like,
Wow.
I don't know if you ever worked at a gas station or know anything about gas stations. They have a little booklet to let you know the current IDs which are, like, if they're updated.
Right.
So he had the book right there, and I was like, yo, look at the fucking book. Like, my ID's valid. I was mad,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mad. I was like, I believe I'm a good person, even though I've done dirty shit.
And that's just crazy, like, in Massachusetts. Like, I mean,
anywhere,
I don't know. In this day and age, that's just kind of crazy.
And that was just a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
I've experienced like some real like racy ass shit. Like, it was like, man, that's
racy is different
like
than
what
racist.
The fuck,
racy means sexy.
No, like racism ass shit.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I know.
racy.
I know what you meant. But
Yeah. Whatever.
Damn.
It sucks. It sucks.
Do you think that BMX is racist?
I love being me, but like it kind of sucks. Like, going somewhere. Like, I got followed around the mall one time in Dallas. I had like probably like a K on me, like $2,000 on me. Like, just got back from doing something. And I got followed around the fucking mall with all this cash on me.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna steal something. The security guards following me around the mall. Like my homies are there. Like we all came together. They went and got food, and I immediately just like wanted to go shopping. So I'm like walking around the mall and shit. immediately get followed around. Just like, for what? What
Right.
the fuck do I look like? Do I look like I'm just gonna come in this bitch and rob? Like,
You think people are racist in BMX?
there's probably some racism in BMX.
But have you ever really dealt with it?
I don't know if I'm trying to think. Let me think. I don't know. Actually, I can't. I mean, I can't. I don't really know.
Like,
I really don't.
yeah.
Most likely not, because I mean, if someone really did, like, you know, I'll pop off. I might stab you or something.
It's weird too, though, because it's like you are very sketchy. So, like, if somebody were to be discriminating against you, it would be a hard call to say, are they racist or are they just accurately gauging
But have
my
I ever
sketchiness?
done anything to you? Have I done anything to you or you? Have I ever done anything sketchy towards y'all?
No.
Well, there was that time that you banged that girl and you stole $20 out of her wallet. I thought that was pretty funny.
That has nothing to do with you. Hey, I was broke and I was living with you, and fucking, you know, the come up was just getting started. And you didn't want to like give a nigga money for pizza and shit. So, you know, remember we used to get drunk and eat pizza downtown. Like, I was so drunk. Oh my god,
That's me right there.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely been like that.
Fucking
drunk
Adam just
couple
wastes
nights.
that when Adam was like bigger and shit, kind of fat, like that photo of you and Hoder and Edwin, like you just fucking greasy and ugly.
I think I'm fatter now than I was in that photo.
I don't know.
That's funny.
But yeah, I don't know. I love BME. I think I'm a good person.
Nah, yeah, I like
People
it.
fuck with me. I don't. If I show you love, you know,
Yeah,
I'm showing you love
that's
just because
crazy.
like you're a person. Fuck it, why not? Until you do something dirty to me, then
See, I feel like you have a different perspective on racism too, because I feel like a lot of people who live in LA, black people, don't deal with it in the same way that I think that you probably dealt with it when you were younger. You know,
do they go? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I never
the
thought.
South is just crazy.
I never
man.
thought I would leave fucking Texas, you know?
Right.
I thought I'd always be in Texas. And I thought I'd always be in Dallas, too.
Uh-huh.
And then I started riding bikes, and, like, I met C-Beef one day in Austin, and, like, you know, just BMX actually.
So
just,
C Beef was kind of the one that brought you into the BMX industry more in terms of meeting a lot of people.
Let me think. Because I was down with V Club, and like just the web videos alone had people fuck with me and shit. And then like when we had that V Club tour, that's what really got people fucking with me.
Yeah, can we talk about when you went on that props trip
Yeah.
and you
that
did the
shit was
biggest
tight.
360 of your life, right?
Biggest 360 of my life ever.
Ever.
Me and Randy fucking we're so
I
fucking
went to
tight.
that set in like February, and that shit's fucking crazy.
It's
We're
so
Think it's
tight.
big.
Talking
We're
about
so
the
tight.
huge, what is it, 17 or 18
It's like a
stair?
17, 18 stair. The cool part is
It's
no
got a fountain on
diss. Shout
top.
out Nathan Williams. No diss to Nathan Williams, but Walter had the camera set up where when I did my 360 over the fucking over the rail, then Randy did the tail whip.
Yeah.
Nathan threw the smaller side of the fucking thing for that Nobody Special or something DVD
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day.
Okay.
So he threw the smaller side, then I
So
came
you-
through, just threw it over the rail, then Randy whipped the bigger side of the set, and you see him clapping, but he's like
Who, Nathan?
Nathan Williams.
Well, you think you hurt his pride?
I mean, we came through and shut down. You shut the shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like.
If I were to guess, though, I would say that Nathan Williams was
That's
probably.
when he was early coming up, and that was like, but
Yeah.
that was it.
He might have
threw
been
the
different
smaller
then.
side for his ender. Why didn't he just threw the bigger side?
Oh, it was his ender, too.
Yeah, it was his ender.
Oh, okay. That is, yeah.
I think it was
I guess I could see how that would affect him. Even though what I know of Nathan now, I would say that he just
that
totally
nigga's
didn't give a
He's
shit.
the best
Yeah,
bike
yeah.
rider. Nathan's one of the best
Nathan's
bike riders
a homie.
ever. I love the way he rides, and that nigga never gave me no Levi's jeans either. You lying motherfucker! You think you're gonna give me some Levi's jeans, and you ain't? Well, what a mail at nigga.
That was probably 2007, 2008.
Right.
Yeah. 7 years later,
ever see
calling him on the podcast.
You ever see that fake Levi's commercial I had?
You had a fake Levi's commercial?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I showed people. It was in my email a long time ago, and I had Yahoo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I need another beer.
Okay, I can give you that, yeah.
I wish my phone wasn't dead.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be the fucking most epic part of this, is that I'm going to have to go through, like, the 300 comments.
Yeah, I was reading some of them
I
earlier.
forgot
There's some
about
pretty
that
fu-
part.
I'm not-
There's some pretty funny ones.
I'm not going to go through all of them, but I mean...
Okay, yeah.
So tell me, though, like, what was it like when you went on that trip with...
With everybody, it was me, George Boyd, Andy Martinez, Jeremy Rabbler, Walter Behringer, Matt Morin, and my Hanson Little, Big Rob.
how'd you get invited on that?
I was on V Club, and Jeremy was like, "Yo, we're going on this trip, fucking props. You want to go?" And I was like, "Duh, yeah." Like, fuck yeah. I was like, I think that was my first trip. Like, that was like my first BMX trip. But me, Randy, and D went to Louisiana for what's that thing you used to go down Louisiana? Transition jams.
Yeah.
I went there. Did some, bike broke again, but couldn't ride, but it was fucking sick as fuck. I met Pat Holliday, I met all the niggas out there, I met Kenny Garth, and I don't know.
Shout out to Kenny.
Shout out to Kenny Garth. He actually lived with fucking Jared. Him and Jared from Houston.
Oh,
so,
I remember. That's when I met him.
Yeah. He's a crazy dude. I love him. Actually, he works on airplanes in like Afghanistan or Iraq or something. He's making money. Yeah.
IRAC.
Iraq.
IRS.
Iran, I think.
All right, I'm going to start blowing through questions from the OSS Instagram and try to answer these relatively quickly.
Okay.
Are you still a bum?
Kinda, but not really. Sometimes.
What happened to your teeth? LMFAO.
I was riding bikes and at a skate park in San Antonio, and I ate shit, and my teeth just been ugly. You know, I ain't got no fucking dentist. I ain't got no fucking healthcare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Follow up that. Who is your dentist?
Who is your dentist? Fucking
Crunchist.
the streets, nigga.
Street dentist. Do you know how to fix your bike now?
I cannot put cranks together. I can't put a headset together, but I can do pretty much everything else.
Putting cranks together is really just tightening.
It's really not
bolt.
that hard. It's like you just
get
go
this
like
shit,
that and
like,
put the bolts
You gotta
on.
get this part matching with this part perfectly level, so you don't feel like stupid when you pedal. And
You can't line up. You can't.
That
take
takes
two
like a
things.
second. It usually goes on first try, Kareem, just so you know.
Day in the life, Hanson Little. I don't work on my own bike. I never have. Hanson Little did it for me. Shout out to Hanson Little.
Yeah, you say that in the video, which is I think it's funny because that's why everybody knows that you
I don't
can't
do
work
it.
on your bike. Yeah,
I'm American. We fucking pay people to do everything we don't want to do, right?
but it's funny that you like putting a set of cranks together. Like I understand, like yeah, it could be kind of confusing getting the bearings in or something like that. But at the end of the day, installing them is just reinstalling them in the order that they came
this is
in.
older bikes, though. You
They're
know what I'm saying? So,
together.
like, what-
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is older
But even
bike.
now, you refuse to fix your bike in any way.
Yeah, true.
He won't fix a chain.
Oh, hell, I cannot fix a chain. No.
See, I don't like fixing a chain, but I can fix a chain.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah. Denny asks, when's my G going to do another day in the life?
Why would you do another day in the life? Do people do more than one day in the life?
Well, it's been like 5
Yeah,
years.
I was
6
saying it's been a
years,
long time. You're a different
It's
person
been a
now.
long time. We
I
should
should have left you without a day in the life.
We're so tight. I love us.
Are you still getting pussy?
Yeah, I just fucked this girl in Canada. Shout out to Shuby, Andrew Shuby, my teammate on S&M.
That sounds like a guy.
Andrew Shuby, my teammate on S&M, his girlfriend, I fucked her coworker.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to her for that. That's what I was saying. It sounds like a guy. Yeah, Andrew Shuby is a guy.
Do you still eat hot dogs out of the package?
You know what I'm saying? Not no more. Not no more, but I mean, I was definitely on that shit just like, fuck it, you know? Like, I grew up eating that shit. Like, I know what it is.
Were Puya and Fat Nick as cool as they seem to be? That's clearly a question from me, but
Who?
yeah, they're cool. Rapper dudes from
I don't know
another
niggas.
program. Do you guys share bed bugs?
No.
No, I haven't.
Stevie's
I cuddled with Stevie one night.
Began is going
Sure, it
hard.
was Stevie's fault in the first place, and I've
Began
gotten
is the
so much flack for it.
He's acting like he's not the bed bug guy. He's saying that it's Churchill.
Stevie gave it to us in the first house.
Remember
he
when
didn't put it
Adam
into
gave
laundry, and there was
remember
a
when
moat
Adam
of
gave
dirty
Stevie
clothes around his bed.
Remember when Adam gave Stevie scabies?
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember that too.
And then
That
he's
really
like,
did happen,
What
yeah.
is this, Adam?
No, because I thought
heard that
I
story.
thought that I got burnt like with something real, and so then I fucking go to the doctor, find out that it's actually scabies. I'm so happy. I come in, I'm like, I got scabies.
I got
I'm
scabies.
so happy because I
You
thought I
had
had
the Teletubby.
herpes or something. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy just walking in. Stevie just grabs me and pulls me into his room and just pulls his little ass dick out and just goes, "Is this scabies?" And I just go, "Yep." I'll take it to the doctor tomorrow.
Get some calamine lotion. You good?
It was like a real father and son moment. But that was funny too, though, was that I thought I had something and I was freaking out. Stevie thought he had something and he was just like, fuck it, whatever. He wasn't even going to do anything. He was just going to wait and see if it went away.
Hey,
or
we're
something.
born to die. Fuck it.
All right. Okay, so you don't share bed bugs. Is ass eating a lifestyle?
Is it?
I don't know. Have you been doing it since you were a little kid?
No, the first time I had sex, I was 17.
Yeah.
I lost my virginity at 17
But so-
in my parents' restroom.
When's the last time you ate ass?
Ate ass. I tried to eat this girl's ass on the 23rd floor of her balcony at 8 o'clock in the morning in Canada, but she wouldn't let me do it. She's so hot, and I just broke her heart. Oh, I miss Bay. That's my what is it? What did I say earlier? My Swedish Bay.
Sweden Bay.
My
He goes,
Sweden Bay.
oh,
Sweden Bay.
my babe, she's sweet.
My
She's
Sweden
from
Bay.
Sweden. No, you said my
No, he said
Sweden
my
Bay.
Sweden Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
I said my
Sweden Bay.
Swedish Bay.
Yeah,
is
she's
drinking
mad at me.
is drinking soy milk like brushing your teeth? I'm gonna say in advance. No,
Kinda,
it's
yeah.
not. It's just not.
I mean, it just like stank breath with milk, you know? Plus more shit.
Do you ride as hard as you ride in your edit when you're not filming?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't fucking do shit.
Who
unless I'm
asked
filming
that? Who asked that?
it. Gauge.ewens with the.
Your name is stupid, and I
Yeah.
don't like you.
Will you ever get your teeth fixed?
No. Who would I be with vegan or straight teeth?
You
know,
would
like,
never get your teeth fixed, even if you had the money.
I want a bottom grill. That's all I want. But I'm
You're gonna get a bottom grill with your top teeth looking like that.
Get your top ones done. It'll be way cooler. Just get it super fucked up on the top.
Someone
like
said
Trinidad Jack.
team micro meat.
micro meat.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You mean you have a small dick?
No shit. Team little dick.
Do you?
No. Fuck no.
No, I've seen his dick. It's huge. It's disgusting. I wish Catfish was here so you guys could compare dicks.
Right.
Catfish got a big one.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Long and white, huh?
Heard.
It's
Hair's like a
it's
baby's
huge.
arm.
It is like a baby's arm. I don't know. I haven't really seen that many babies, but I've seen catfish dig
Did
them
you
in.
see him get head?
Yeah, many times.
Fat Tony.
Back in the day, though. Does weed make you ride better?
In my eyes, yeah. Because it kind of like when I just get high and then go out and ride, and it's like you like get that warm up ride, and you like really get your second wind, and you're like feeling great. And you're kind of like relaxed, so you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go three. Oh, in my head, I'm gonna go 3 something big today.
Who killed Tupac?
Shit, fucking probably a black person hired by a white person.
Kareem or Began, when you come ride Milford Park in CT.
This interview ain't about vegan, man.
Kareem already got mad at me on Twitter for getting questions, so.
How many times you been to jail?
A lot.
How'd you get down with S&M?
Ooh,
Because
okay.
I thought nobody was ever going to sponsor you again. And
I
all of a
know,
sudden
right?
S&M
I
started
really
fucking
thought
with
that
you.
I was gonna ride bikes and just be like, just do nothing, like
Yeah.
never, But I quit the set because why did I quit the set? It was just like, man, like I asked old dude to fucking like shout out to him though, shout out to him and his camp, whatever.
You
he's
obviously
Wasn't he
don't-
gonna let you make Zanny bars?
the
the
Zanny
Zanny bars,
bars.
yeah. Actually, he came out with the Zanny bars, and
And you didn't get paid for it because you already quit?
I didn't get paid for it. I quit because like he came with the Zanny bars, but he just threw Corey Bowen's designs and slapped my sticker on them, so it wasn't even like what I
But I
wanted.
thought you don't really fuck with the Zans anyway.
I mean, I still like know. I still look at the shit, and like people tell me like, "Yo, this is tight." So I like that setup. So I look for that setup again. Like I know
Right.
what the fuck I like.
Kids, stay away from the Zans. Those things.
Stay away from Xanax. I
Yeah,
don't do Xanax.
They're horrible, but that is, I gotta admit, that's probably one of the funniest.
Unless you fucking with weed and maybe a beer, like that's all you need to get high with.
Yeah.
You don't need cigarettes.
So you're
you don't
telling the
need-
kids not to do cocaine as well?
Yeah, I'm telling them don't do cocaine
Positive
either.
Kareem. This is positive Kareem.
Don't
yeah.
do cocaine
Lil
either.
B.
Don't be like me. I'm a fucking bad influence. Or I do me, but like, I'm just saying, don't do me. Don't try to be like me.
I do me. Don't do me.
Yeah, don't I do me. Don't try to be like me. But like I mean, I was really bad into cocaine for a while.
Really?
I was freebasing coke.
Yeah. So you smoke crack.
Like, is it crack?
What was that like?
Man, so we were fucking. I don't even know how it started. It's I'm not gonna say who it started with, but you know,
Okay.
it started in Austin.
Yeah.
Because I moved away.
Right.
Like I never huffed paint before or anything like that. Did that shit.
Wait. You huff paint? What do you do?
Yeah.
You just spray
And
paint
then,
in
like, you
a
get
bag or something?
And you're like spray it in there, and you're like,
What's that like?
and you get high for a little bit though. It only lasts like a really like it's like a whippet or something. But
So
it
huffing
kills a
pa-
lot of brain cells too.
Huffing paint sucks compared to like real drugs, I'm assuming.
Yeah, huffing paint sucks unless you get like a really lot. Like some people huff gasoline and shit.
But what led you to try smoking crack?
Is it smoking crack?
I'm pretty sure as soon as you start smoking it, it's crack.
Well, it's not crack until it becomes a rock once it's mixed with a base and stuff like that.
So
yeah.
we get like a key. We get a key or two. We get like two
Well, you
big old
don't
key
need-
bumps.
maybe explaining exactly how to do it might be too much for this podcast.
All right, so I don't even know how it happened. Just one day, it was like, "Hey, you want to try this?" And I was
just
like,
Google how to cook crack.
and I didn't give a fuck, Like I really like at the age of 9, after my brother died, I kind of looked at life differently, and I didn't really care about much.
Right.
I still really don't.
So somebody just offered it up and was like, "Hey, let's."
Yeah, it's like, you want to try this? And it was one of the homies I've been like knowing, so I was like, yeah. And he did it, and then I did it, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, this is tight.
Yeah,
And so we
that's-
would like do it off and on like for a while.
Yeah.
And then I would be doing it by myself and showing other people how to do it.
Wow.
And like, yo.
And so were you riding a lot during this time period when you were also
I was still
smoking
riding,
crack?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was still riding, just fucking, getting high at night, like doing shit at night.
But what's it like being on crack all the time?
Not all the time, but like.
Oh, so you wouldn't do it during the day? You were still doing it like
No, party drugs. We only party at night.
Okay.
You go ride during the day, then you party at night.
Uh-huh.
That was a game plan every goddamn day. You know how it is, yeah. So
Well, not. I don't know the crack smoking
this is
part. yeah.
before you. This is before you and came into my life.
Oh, okay. So you got your crack smoking out before you met me?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But what's it like doing crack versus doing coke? Same shit.
Well, like when you snort coke, like you only get like a certain amount of percentage of it anyway. So and like you smoke it, it just goes right into like your fucking shit, so it like, hits you harder.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
Well, let's all not do crack.
Don't
Vegan?
do crack either.
Vegan?
Yo, I'm trying
I know you like
shit.
to experiment, but please don't do crack. Can we just
No.
agree on that one?
Do
No
not do
plan-
crack.
no
do
plans
not,
for
don't
crack
even
in
snort
the
coke.
future.
Scott, no crack.
No crack, Scott.
Crack
remember
is
when he used to be fat and used to be on pills and shit?
Yeah. Well, I keep trying to get Scott to do a podcast where he discusses the fact that he used to be a druggie when we first
Yeah,
met him.
yo, me and Scott can relate.
Yeah.
You were kind of fat.
He was mentioned that before. I don't think he was that different. than he is now.
I seen you with your shirt off. Oh, remember when he brought Craigslist girl over to the house?
Yes, but you know what the main thing about Scott though is just the fact that like when he was all fucked up on pills and stuff, he had like a jello body. Like it looked like he was just like mad, like flimsy and stuff. But you know what? The other thing about Scott too is that he was fucking hooked on pills his whole life, and then he gets off the pills, and then he just becomes like 10 times better at riding.
So crazy because you
so much better at riding.
Oh, he looked at you like, "Oh, what you mean I got better?" Like what?
No, I mean like he knows it too. Like he was always like all right at riding, and then he just got way better, like
I like
really
your clips
fast.
in OSS.
Yeah, but that was, I mean, I'm just saying, like, but those clips were really hard for him to get. Those clips, he probably would be able to do, like, real easily now, like, or, you know, that kind of clip.
Yeah.
Scott's an athlete.
It's not to say that Scott gets clips easily, because that might be also an exaggeration.
No, he does that to himself. He has metal pegs.
Yeah. Well, true. You got metal pegs, don't you?
I got metal pegs, and right now I got plastic pegs on my bike, or plastic pedals on my bike, but I want metal pedals again, because I ride metal pegs, metal pedals. I'm from the old school. I got a cassette. Fuck free coasters. All you niggas is gay as fuck riding these free coasters.
It's just an excuse because you suck at tech riding, though.
I don't suck at tech riding. You don't even see how you don't even know how much how many styles of riding I can do.
But what tech tricks do you do that a free coaster might be an issue here? That's what I'm saying.
Anything that involves going backwards, a 180. Anything that involves going backwards, like you ever seen me?
I've never seen you go backwards.
When my chain breaks, I still ride the skate park and I can do fucking like fakey house
Well,
and shit.
that's what a free coaster is basically.
And I hate that shit though. It's fun, yeah. At the skate park when you like your chain breaks, like, well, I'm still gonna ride. Well, all my friends are here.
But why don't you like coasters?
I don't like that shit. It's like I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like it kind of feels like you're cheating.
It's not cheating.
Well, it is harder to do a half cab manual, like a 180 half cab manual, like with a free coaster because you don't have that little like pressure, how the Chad Curley bitch crank.
Yeah, any manual stuff, anything. No, Chad Curley doesn't really bitch crank. If you ask me.
Not anymore.
You mean the Stevie Churchill bitch crank?
LZ used to bitch crank a lot.
LZ still
Who the
bitch
fuck is
crank.
He's got the
LZ?
coaster
I
again,
don't
I think.
like LZ and I don't know him.
Why not?
Who the fuck is he? He's a fucking nerd.
Hey,
He's just a rider. No, Began does like him though. He's lying.
Oh, you like him?
The
You fuck with him?
extent.
I don't know
They're
him.
from
I've never met
Connecticut.
him. He seems
I
like
don't
a fucking
have
nerd.
anything against
though.
him personally. I just think that it's the whole thing is kind of gay.
He seems like a fucking nerd, and like his videos are whack as fuck. Like I ain't even trying to watch like 30 minutes of you at a fucking car show, nigga. Like
Kids love it though.
it's not. That's okay. That's outside of BMX. Don't put that shit on the BMX side. Like
But that's just his YouTube
look what
channel.
I'm doing outside of BMX.
He's not
Don't give a
promised.
fuck, nigga.
But that's assuming that like he ever made a statement like, "Oh, I'm only going to do BMX." He does the car stuff because he likes the car stuff.
I think
You do the crack because you like the crack. So if you had a YouTube channel, it'd be BMX and crack.
Yeah, fuck
Well,
it.
not anymore. But
No, not anymore. No, I've calmed down a lot. I mean, like
you don't
people-
party like that anymore.
No, man, I fucking. I haven't even been wasted. Like when I go to work, I don't get wasted for a whole month. I don't even drink. Like I will drink beers. We'll drink like 4 beers in a day. I'll buy a 6-pack, and the 6-packs will last like 3 days. At work though. But back home, like just this past time, I was DJing every night. So I was DJing.
Every question is about you getting Hanson Little to work on your bike.
Tight. Hell yeah. Everyone, shout out to Hanson Little. Shout out to fucking Tom Williams. Shout out to Tina Williams. Shout out to Moeller. Oh yeah, we never finished the story how I got on S&M.
Would you rather fuck in the pool or the ocean?
I fucked in a pool before. I haven't fucked in an ocean. I was too scary. This girl tried to actually like get me in the ocean at night, and I was just too scared because like that seaweed be like, you ever been in the ocean at night? That shit's scary. as
it's
fuck,
weird.
nigga.
You can't see anything.
You
It's just
ever,
like-
I never
It's hard to
seen.
get your dick in the ocean because of the salt. The salt fucks your dick up.
I thought, and I heard like
Really?
fucking a girl in a pool
Yeah,
was
it
like
creates
bad,
less
bad
friction.
and shit.
Oh, I can see that.
Or it creates more friction when the salt and the salt water, even the water in general.
How do you know this much? Have you from experience? or
Been
from
doing
reading?
grimy ass shit my whole life. Yeah.
Okay. You talk like you read it in a book, but I don't know.
No. I've had sex in the ocean. Big deal. It was with an animal.
Are there any
It was
cool
with a
questions on
platypus.
here? Are there any cool questions? Because like, we still haven't talked about like
Your red pants.
the red pants.
Okay, it's all the red pants story. I'm just gonna keep looking through this.
The red pants story. Let's see.
I saw
Wow,
a lot of kids asking that one.
So
Somebody said a Kareem and Began Eskimo brothers. Yep.
No.
Wait, no. Close though.
No.
You slept in the same bed with her.
That's not my fault.
Yeah.
no.
I never did. No.
Oh, okay.
I know one of our other affiliates who definitely can't say that he didn't.
Oh yeah, you're Eskimo brothers with Alfredo and not Began.
I would rather
Nate.
be Eskimo Bros with you.
and Nate. And Nate.
Oh yeah, and Richter. So yeah.
Really?
You, Nate, and Alfredo are gonna
And
be.
shitty too.
We're
on
going to
her
hell. We're all
list.
going to hell together.
Wow, that's so
Like you
grimy.
two, all
What were you
the
just
same.
talking about? I didn't fucking think.
Yeah, red pants story. How did I even come? I don't even know how I came across him. I think like either a girl gave him to me, or I might have just like hit a lick and got him. So like I had the red jeans, and I just like, if I like something, I fixate over it. I like really, really like it. Like if I like a song, I'll listen to that song every day. on repeat sometimes. Like I really, really like it. And
But
just
a
like,
song is different than those pants, which you wore every day because you didn't have any other pants.
I probably had other jeans, or I probably
really?
could have
Okay.
looked and got some other jeans, but I just wore those jeans because
Yeah, I feel you.
those are my
I've been wearing
BMX
the same.
jeans. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out riding. That's what I did. Like
These are
in
my riding jeans. I wear the
Austin,
same
so
every day.
I wore the same jeans every day.
But
Like,
people thought you were crazy too because you would put out your cigarettes on your jeans and just
I
rub
mean,
the
like,
ash
who
in.
gives a fuck?
I do that
I
shit
do
too.
the same
Yeah,
thing.
I
yeah.
actually my jeans earlier.
I do the same thing. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, like and ever since I taught Craig that, Craig Passero still does it to this day.
Yeah.
See, for most people, though, I think that it's like, I might wear the same pants all the time, but at least they're black. You wear like bright red pants every day.
Yeah, gotta let these niggas know what's up, where I'm from.
That became your logo for a while.
Yeah, I brought red jeans. I made red jeans cool in BMX.
Someone said, "What did you do with that girl at the end of your day in the life?"
That was my homie's ex-girlfriend. She looked like an ugly skeleton. I never did anything with her.
You didn't.
I just made it look like I did because I wanted to look cool.
What
But
about-
that did later on that night. She did give me $20 to go buy Coke with.
We got 5 minutes left here.
Tight.
It's already at 1:22.
An hour of talking.
Over an hour.
Damn.
God, and we haven't even talked about like so much
Well,
shit.
what else do you want to talk about? We got 5 minutes left. Let's run through it. I think we talked about a lot of good stuff.
Rapid fire. let's
I'm
go.
gonna cut
Go.
it down a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna cut this shit down.
Gay marriage? Question mark.
Gay marriage or getting married?
Gay marriage.
Oh, support the gays. I heart the gays.
Support the
the
gays.
gays got good cocaine too, nigga. The gays got good drugs. I mean, some of my homies are gay. Like, whatever. You're a human being. We breathe the same air. Who gives a fuck what the fuck you like?
All facts. All facts.
The time you ate acid on stage at a concert.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Yo, so early in the rap career, well, not rap career at all, I don't have one, but early when I started doing music, I had a show. I found out my uncle died, and it actually really affected me because he was like my favorite uncle. Like, I loved him a lot.
Right.
He's my homie. So I'm like crying and shit, like right before my show. It's like one of my like third or fourth shows or something, like in Denton. And so my homie's like, "You want some acid?" I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait until I'm on stage and I'm gonna eat it. Just cause like, I mean, me on stage, like I would do that shit anyway.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people would react to it. So I was like, before I do the show, this one's for my uncle. He just died tonight. So, RIP to him. Let's turn the fuck up and, let's just have fun. And so I had the fucking circle acid and I ate it.
But how did everybody in the crowd know what you were doing? Because
I told them I'm doing
okay.
acid. This show is for my uncle. And I
Yeah.
had the acid sit. I said, this is for my uncle.
I would probably just not believe you. Half the time when there's a rapper on stage, I can't tell what the hell they're saying anyway.
Well, I talk. I think I talk really clearly. Like I think I make sure people can like hear what the fuck I'm saying on stage and shit.
You do enunciate well.
I try to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, everyone thinks I'm like a dummy or something. Like, I do play the dummy role. Like, I am like.
I think it's the way you present yourself a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, because like I'm just like, huh? What? Like what? Like.
So what's up with your rap career though? Like we got like 4 minutes left here. Fucking. What do we
So
need to know?
I ate the acid on stage. It was like this show's my uncle. I did my set and that shit was tight and the people reacted. They were like, that shit's fuck you, nigga. But
Where was the show that they didn't like it?
What? Huh?
Where'd you play that they hated the
Somewhere
acid
in
thing?
Denton called Andy's Bar.
Right.
Yeah, but ooh, half a blunter. So yeah, but the music right now it just got way better. I started rapping like 4 years ago when I broke my leg. That's when I really like I read a book and shit. Like I really studied a little bit. Wrote I've been listening to music my whole life. I've always liked music. I've always wanted to be a rapper when I was like 13 and shit. But like
Right.
I didn't have the fucking vocabulary to like even Google fucking how do you spell this word correctly? Because like when I write lyrics, I like to actually like look up the fucking word, and if I can't like spell it right, look it up and I'll, have Google say it, then I'll fucking say it, or try to say
You
it
got to put out a
phonetically
new
and shit.
mixtape because the people.
I got
want,
8 songs out. I got 8 songs I'm about to put out when I
You
go back
had
to
a
Texas.
Lil B-esque mixtape called Date Rape
Date Rape Music was a whole different shit. Now, like, I'm on some whole different shit. I'm on some whole, like, actual, like...
Your style has changed a lot
yeah,
since Date Rape
the
Music.
shit changed a lot.
What was Date Rape Music all about? You weren't really advocating
Date Rape Music
rape,
was
right?
all freestyles, too. And
I
I was
remember,
on a
yeah.
bunch of cocaine and freebasing cocaine. And there's a bunch of drugs and a bunch of just bike riding. And I was just, like, partying. And, like, some shit happened. Date Rape Music came
Yeah.
to my fucking head. And... rape your fucking mom and not kiss it in the ass. Like, I was just like on some shit. I was on some shit.
That's some other shit.
I was on some other shit for real. Like,
Wow.
yeah, but now, like, go listen to the song right now, SoundCloud.com, LKBC, and then go listen to the playlist called KKG The Beginnings. That's 3 songs, 9 minutes. It's fucking sick.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe we can end with one of your songs on the podcast.
My
version.
favorite song
if you're on
is
YouTube, maybe like look up
On YouTube, they
It's
won't be here, but there'll be a link that you can click in the
Yeah.
bio, and on iTunes and SoundCloud, you'll be able to hear the song.
But yeah, let's see. Hold on. I grew up riding with Larry, E-Money, Mason, fucking gay-ass Chris, gay-ass fucking Bobo.
These are the
Jared,
shout-outs?
Jared Swafford, who's on Fit now.
Shout out Swafford.
Yeah,
Shout out
Jared
Swafford.
Funny, Rod's with the shirt tucked in now, too,
who
just
else
like you.
was in the clique? Yeah, because we were called G Crew. So, like, we
Yeah.
made our own videos and shit in, like, came in here and was like, "Yo, we G Crew, nigga." Like y'all niggas, like I think we had videos on the come up and shit. Y'all
Yeah. I went straight into the V Club, but we ignored the G Crew.
G Crew to V Club.
Yeah, G Crew V Club. Like we all fucked with each other. Like
I kind of forgot I condensed it all into one crew, sort of.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel like I didn't talk about Randy enough either, but that's my nigga though.
You talked about how you made a shirt that said "I love you" or whatever. That's kind of
I heart Randy Taylor.
that says a lot about
like,
how much he meant to
we
you at
love
the time.
that nigga. We just fell in love with him. No homo. Like we seriously fell in love with him. He was so dope on the bike, and he was just such a dope person. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we saw him at the skate park, and we were just like, "What's up? How
Yeah.
you doing?"
He was
Like,
just chill.
like, I love Randy.
Yeah.
That's my nigga right there.
So what do you got coming up besides just rapping and trying to keep riding? You're gonna have a section in the S&M video?
Yes, the section in that SM video is gonna be fucking tight because I'm about to.
You
I don't
got
know. I
clips
haven't
already or
filmed
what?
anything since.
Yeah,
like,
you got that awful
He has that
crap.
clip of him getting bodied on that tire.
Oh yeah, and that's y'all see that one day. One day y'all see that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, are we over? Yeah, I think we got
5 minutes?
5 minutes left. All right.
5
So
minutes?
who else you want to shout out?
Who else? I mean, I don't necessarily do shout outs because there's so many people I can like thank for over the years of like doing shit. Like the random dude in New York who gave me free cocaine because I knew Devin Hutchins. That was cool as fuck.
I like how you said that you weren't going to mention cocaine, and now you're like unnecessarily mentioning it so much.
I used to do cocaine. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm a fucking person.
No, yeah, I think it's good that you're being honest about it. Is
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're fucking someone in your family probably sucks too. You know?
sucks.
Yeah, like as in like does drugs or does some shitty.
I don't really. Yeah, actually, no. My dad's side.
Your Uncle Jimmy who's being drunk. Hey, what
No,
up,
yeah.
nigga?
No, I have on my dad's side. There is like one uncle that my parents like specifically didn't really like bring me around that much. He actually just died recently.
I mean, like,
But,
I'm
yeah.
talking about like, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it on camera, but like, I'll tell you later on. But like, all the grimy shit from like I was younger and saw, which made me think like certain shit's okay today.
Yeah.
Seeing people getting chased down with knives, like my brother arguing with his girlfriend and pushing her against the wall, and his brother comes in the living room, and then he like hits him and shit, and like goes to the kitchen, gets a knife, and chases him down in the fucking. I'm just in the living room by myself, and he chases him down the street with a knife, and then everyone dips the fuck out, and the cops just come, and they're talking to me and shit. What did I see? And I'm like, I saw this. I don't know who did it. And
So
like,
you snitched.
I didn't snitch. No, I was like, I saw this. I was just saying shit, but I was basically looking like I don't know who the fuck it was. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Maybe we'll have to save that for round two. Talking about the real, true hood stories of Kareem Williams.
I mean, not really like hood stories, but like just shit that I think that's not really okay now. Shit that I'm okay with. Like when my brother got shot at the funeral, there was a fight at the funeral. There was people doing donuts and shit. Like my brother fucking
Wait,
beat this
what?
dude up at the funeral when you're like about to like drop the casket down
Why?
and shit. He wasn't supposed to be there because he was there when my brother got murdered or something like.
Wow.
So he was like, "Don't come here, don't come." And he came and like my brother beat the fuck out of him at the funeral. Like I'm 9 years old and like all this shit. Like my sister fucking fainted and shit. Like my dad's in prison, my other brother's in prison, so they both can't come to the funeral. So they have to find out both about riding. Hey, your brother died.
Wow.
Shit like that. Like I just grew up so fucking wild, and like now that's why I think like I'm the way I am now. But I'm trying. Like I'm 27 now, and I'm like. Finally, like, oh shit, I'm chilling.
What
I'm
does
like,
chilling mean to you though? Like, what's your idea of like what your life is going to be different like in like 5 years?
You know how like you used to care about fucking going out like fucking Monday through on the weekend and shit.
You've been chilling a lot
I just
more?
want to. I'm like I just want to ride bikes and fucking hang with the homies
Right.
and do what we want to do. But like I don't wake up in the morning and immediately start drinking anymore and shit. I'm just chilling out. I'm chilling the fuck out. Like
It's good. It happens to everybody at a certain point.
Uncle Kareem is here.
All the bullshit, all the drugs that people start doing at a certain point, it's either like you're gonna stop doing it at some point, or it's just gonna eat you alive. You know?
I mean, like I'm slowly like not even smoking cigarettes. Like I mean, I'm smoking cigarettes right now, but like I'm slowly
so
like
2 in this podcast.
yeah. I'm gonna smoke another one too. But how many seconds we got? Can we make it down to like the last moment?
Careful, because the camera gets fucked up towards the end.
Okay.
You can just. It doesn't matter because we could just show
Yeah,
the overlay
anyway.
and just show the
Shout out
audio
to
at the end
Began
of
for
it.
not really just for getting high as fuck and not saying much because
Yeah,
this
his
is
eyes
not
were
a
all
podcast.
sealed up and stuff.
Yeah.
Began, you high?
I don't want to overshine you.
Vegan,
You got mad on Twitter. 'Cause
Overshine me.
someone
Fuck you. You got more followers.
You high?
Duh, when am I not high? Shout out to Schmalik. That's for you, buddy.
All right, we're gonna end this, Kareem.
Shout out to
Thank you for coming on TCU TV. Thank you for helping people to at least sort of understand your fucking crazy ass story.
I was on the first TCU episode ever. Just to let y'all niggas know.
With Edwin. That was the
Edwin Tom
original
White.
TCU TV that nobody fucking remembers.
I was there.
Right.
And I told you, I'm going to be the co-host one day, and then he replaced me. Adam don't love me like he say he do. That nigga be
Wait,
lying.
who's the co-host? You're in Austin. How are you gonna co-host? You're in
I was going to stay out
Dallas.
here in Long Beach, and then I got that 4K, and then I went back to Texas and was like, nigga, I got money, nigga.
Let the record show that I once sucker and spent $4,000 in like 2 days.
Yeah, 4K in 2 days.
You smoked a whole ounce in a day.
I smoked a whole ounce in this past like couple weeks by myself.
We smoked a whole ounce on a night too.
He smoked an ounce in a day.
Shout out to S&M. Smoked an ounce every day for 2 weeks.
We smoked an ounce in like 8 people smoked an ounce in like a night. He smoked an ounce by himself in a day. It was crazy.
That's G shit. I respect that.
Yeah.
I just smoke a lot. I'm sorry.
That was crazy. All right. Anyway, thank you to everybody who watched the Kareem podcast, and thank you to everybody who loves TCU TV. Thank you to Brandon Began. Thank you to Scott Marceau. Shout out to the LKBC. Kids, don't do drugs. Kareem is a fucking shining example of why you don't want to do drugs.
Do not freebase cocaine.
Do not freebase cocaine. Do not do cocaine. Just because we're talking about cocaine does not mean it's okay for you to do it. I don't do it. Began doesn't do it.
I don't even know what that word
Kareem
means.
doesn't do it anymore. Hopefully.
I threw up the other night. I'm not doing it anymore.
All right, there you go. This shit is all fucking Mexican diarrhea
Shit's
water.
all bad, bro.
It's all bad. All right, Kareem, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Scott, Began.
Yeah,
I need another beer and a cigarette.
All right, we out.
Yeah.
Cool. That was